Chapter 3889. They thought that they would be stronger than Lei Zhan and wouldn't be in such a sorry state. However, they were all stunned when they heard that. Even their minds went blank. What was going on? What was Lei Zhan shouting about? Lin Wudi? Wasn't he beaten out by the guardian beast? How did it have anything to do with Lin Wudi? Could it be that Lin Wudi beat Lei Zhan out of the palace? Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air when they thought of that. No way. Wasn't Lei Zhan the first to enter? When did Lin Wudi enter? Impossible. He hadn't appeared at all. He hadn't even seen the Golden Palace. How could he be inside? The elites of the sacred city shook their heads frantically. However, Lei Zhan's words were too strange and made them very confused. Gao Yu, Li Hongxiu, and the others were also surprised. Lin Wudi? Could it be that he was inside? This kid was a little interesting. Li Hongxiu narrowed her eyes. Murong Qingqing also raised the corner of her mouth into a smile. Brother Xian was indeed worthy of his reputation. He actually went in early. Indeed, after such a long time, Murong Qingqing was very worried about what had happened. But now it seemed that her worries were unnecessary. With Lin Xian's strength, she didn't need to worry about him at all. He had already entered the Golden Palace in advance. The Crimson Dragon, the Northern Demons, and the people of Wushuang City who were hiding in the dark were also shocked when they heard that. It was eldest senior brother. Eldest senior brother defeated Lei Zhan. Damn, that kid went in. How did he do it? The Crimson Dragon and the others were also surprised. Of course, some people didn't believe it. What a joke. How could Lin Wudi be inside? From what I see, some people can't hold it in anymore and are starting to find excuses, right? The people of the Golden Crow clan and the Myriad Demon City looked at Lei Zhan with a hint of mockery in their eyes. The people of Thunder God City surrounded him. Senior brother, what's going on? Yes, what happened? Why did you come out early? Lei Zhan's face darkened. What should he say? Was he beaten out by a toad? Once he said that, how could he show his face? The whole world would probably laugh at him. Thus, he could only remain silent. In the end, when he was asked anxiously, he said that it was extremely dangerous inside. It was absolutely not a place that anyone could casually enter. Not to mention me, if anyone else went in, they would also be defeated. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. He could only grit his teeth and retreat into the distance, but his heart was still gloomy. Lei Zhan couldn't. You think you're worthy of being on the same level as us? The Golden Crow Prince stood out with a look of disdain. Nine-headed Qilin nodded his head as well. You're probably the weakest amongst all the chief disciples. I thought that you had the strength to make it to the pilgrim rankings, but now it seems that you still need to train for another 300 years. The first prince of the New Moon clan also walked out. Brother Lei Zhan, you can take a break now. Let us make our move. After all, if you were to attack again, it would be a waste of a spot. Being ridiculed by so many people, Lei Zhan was so angry that blood flowed from the corner of his mouth. The people of Thunder God City were also extremely depressed. Previously, they had been attacked by these people and had been beaten miserably. However, they accepted it. As long as Lei Zhan could take out a heavenly treasure, it would be worth it. But now, they had suffered a double loss. They had been beaten up for nothing, and Lei Zhan had also been eliminated. Next, form the Myriad Moon Great Formation and trap them. As long as you trap them for a second, I can enter. The first prince of the New Moon clan began to give orders to the experts beside him. Those experts held the formation in their hands, ready to move at any time. After waiting for 2 days, the Golden Palace finally opened again. Everyone was fighting crazily. Lei Zhan didn't attack, and neither did the people of Thunder God City. The Golden Crow Prince swept through the area with thousands of flames. Nine-headed Qilin was even more terrifying, his demonic aura soaring into the sky. In the end, it was the first prince of the New Moon clan who entered. The Myriad Moon Great Formation was activated, and the first prince brought several sacred artifacts to support the formation, blocking his opponent for a second. In the next second, he successfully entered. Great! The people of the New Moon clan cheered wildly. They saw boundless hope. Damn it! The Golden Crow Prince shattered the 9 heavens and 10 earths, burning the ground below to ashes. He was furious and didn't enter again. Nine-headed Qilin's handsome face turned ashen as well. He had failed this time, but he must enter next time. Find the void beast for me. He was going to use some of his trump cards. Princess, the situation isn't good. The first prince has entered. Gao Yu's people looked worried. Although they were all from the New Moon clan, they were like fire and water. No matter, let's wait and see. Gao Yu was also calm. Although the first prince is powerful, he's not much weaker than Lei Zhan. If Lei Zhan was beaten so badly, do you think the first prince will end up well? Moreover, it seems to be related to Lin Wudi. We're not in a hurry. Li Hongxiu, Murong Qingsheng, and even the mysterious woman in black were all waiting and watching. Lei Zhan opened his eyes and snorted. You don't know what's good for you. Do you think there's a treasure inside? Going in is suicide. When he said that, everyone was shocked again. What does Lei Zhan mean? What's inside? However, no matter how they asked, Lei Zhan did not speak. At that moment, he had to quickly recover his cultivation. He had lost to the toad previously. Moreover, Lin Xian had a kind of death law that could deprive him of his vitality. This made him feel like he was facing a great enemy. What was even more despicable was that the path flowers that he had just condensed were all snatched away by the other party. That was close to 2,000. His heart was bleeding. This time, it was the first prince of the New Moon clan's turn to wait with hope. However, 3 days later, these people despaired. The others were also dumbfounded. It turned out that 3 days later, the first prince was also beaten out. His hair was disheveled, his body was covered in blood, and there were many claw marks on his face. Damn it, Lin Wudi, I'm going to kill you. After the first prince came out, he roared crazily. He was so angry that white smoke rose from his body. What's going on? Is the first prince defeated too? These people were stunned. He was not weaker than the chief disciples. Even the 2 chief disciples had suffered a loss inside. What exactly was inside? Why did the other party call for Lin Wudi after coming out? Could it be that Lin Wudi was really inside? At that moment, everyone was extremely shocked. At the same time, they were extremely curious. What's inside? Impossible. The first prince. Your Highness. The people of the New Moon clan rushed over crazily. Their eyes were filled with despair. Gao Yu heaved a sigh of relief. They had really failed. Gao Yu, on the other hand, felt that there was something strange about the surroundings. If the other party called for Lin Wudi, it meant that Lin Wudi was inside. However, looking at the injuries on his body, it was obvious that he was injured by a monster. Was there an extremely powerful monster by Lin Wudi's side? Chapter 3890. Not only Gao Yu, but the others were also guessing. Only Lei Zhan's mouth curled into a sneer. Humph, I said that going in is courting death. Now, he had a feeling of schadenfreude. It seemed that the other party was also defeated by the toad. To be honest, now that he had someone in the same situation, he felt a little less depressed. After all, if he was defeated by the toad, then he would be laughed at by the world. But if many chief disciples were defeated by the toad, then it meant that this toad was unparalleled. It was understandable that they had failed. Lei Zhan was now looking forward to seeing Nine Heads Kylan and the Golden Crow 7th Prince go in and be defeated by the toad. The first prince turned his head and looked at the thunder array, gritting his teeth. He wanted to cry but had no tears. They were all in the same boat. Around him, in addition to the people of the New Moon clan, there were also people from the Sacred City. The powerhouses of the Golden Crow clan and the Demon City were also inquiring about the news. The first prince would rather die than say a single word. It was too embarrassing. After he went in, he saw Lin Wudi. He couldn't believe it. Then he made a move, but Lin Wudi didn't make a move at all. Instead, it was a toad that defeated him. How could he have the face to say it? It was a great shame to be defeated by a toad. Come back, there's no need to ask. So what if it's Lin Wudi? Nine Heads Kylan said in a deep voice. The Golden Crow Prince was incomparably powerful. 2 pieces of trash couldn't beat Lin Wudi. I'll kill him myself. Everyone was shocked. These 2 people were still so confident. It had to be said that they were too surprised. Among the chief disciples, these 2 people were also incomparably powerful. Was it really Lin Wudi inside? It seemed that a shocking battle was about to break out, but they couldn't see it at all. Everyone waited again, waiting for the Golden Palace to open. At this moment, Inside the Golden Palace, Lin Xian was overjoyed. He now had a feeling of waiting for rabbits. It seemed that only one person could enter at a time, and the ones who came recently were all chief disciples. This was simply a fat sheep. Sure enough, Lei Zhan and the first prince came in one after another and were defeated. All the Dao flowers on the other party were snatched away. This was enough to condense a second heavenly Dao golden lotus. Sure enough, a second heavenly Dao golden lotus appeared beside Lin Xian. Two golden lotuses danced around him. With a boom, a rumbling sound came from his body. Was he about to break through? Lin Xian was astonished. They had finally arrived. One had to know that with his divine body and dragon sword soul, it would be much more difficult for him to achieve a breakthrough compared to others. But during this period of time, he had condensed a golden lotus of the great Tao and eaten a 20,000-year fire lotus. Most recently, he had even eaten world-class dragon marrow. These top-notch treasures of heaven and earth finally erupted at this moment. This allowed Lin Xian's cultivation to make another breakthrough. From the middle fourth heavenly layer to the late fourth heavenly layer, Lin Xian sat down cross-legged with Little White guarding him. The toad was beside him, rolling its eyes. However, he didn't make a move in the end. It wasn't that Toad didn't want to, but he was scared stiff. At this moment, Lin Xian had a dragon shadow and a Qilin shadow running around him. There were even heavenly Dao golden lotuses around him. He was simply a god descending to the mortal world. Oh my god, even the ancient emperors were only a so-so. Just how many trump cards did this kid have? What made Toad even more shocked was that the other party had broken through, but he was only at the late fourth heavenly layer. Before breaking through, he was only at the middle fourth heavenly layer. Such a cultivation. Yet, he had such terrifying strength. It was simply unimaginable. It seemed. It was another golden age outside. Toad curled his lips. Although he had been sealed here for a long time, his origin was extraordinary and he had seen a lot. The two people he had beaten away before were all astonishing. They all had astonishing physiques, and now, a monster like Lin Xian had appeared. If this wasn't a golden age, what was it? Could it be that this time, a great emperor was really going to appear? Toad's gaze looked towards the depths of the Golden Palace. No one knew what it was thinking. Great. Lin Xian opened his eyes and felt the surging power. He couldn't help but want to look up to the sky and roar. Previously, he had consumed a lot of heaven and earth treasures, but the medicinal effects couldn't be completely absorbed. They were all dormant in his body. At this moment, when he broke through together, these medicinal effects erupted together. It was equivalent to letting his body undergo a sublimation and evolution. With his current strength, defeating Lei Zhan and the Crown Prince was simply a piece of cake. This was the powerful strength brought to him after breaking through. Pilgrim list? Lin Xian recalled the two experts he had killed before. He knew that there was a group of even more terrifying people on the chief disciple list who had entered. These people were currently fighting in the depths of the Destiny Star. Those people were on the pilgrim list. I wonder how big the gap is between me and those people now. Lin Xian's eyes flickered. Those people's subordinates had strength comparable to the chief disciple, not to mention themselves. As he was thinking, suddenly, there was a roar in front of him. Lin Xian revealed a smile. Did someone come in again? Indeed, the Golden Palace had opened again. Someone walked in forcefully. This time, it was nine-headed Qilin. He summoned the Void Beast, and the moment it opened, it directly used the power of space to teleport him in. After entering, nine-headed Qilin was extremely vigilant. Although he was extremely confident, Lei Zhan and the first prince had both been defeated here, which made him realize that the first prince and the first prince had been defeated here. There was definitely a huge monster inside. He walked alone in the spacious hall with his hands behind his back, his footsteps echoing like muffled thunder. Not long after, he stopped and saw a few figures in front of him. There were people. There were indeed people. Nine-headed Qilin was shocked. It seemed that they weren't the first to arrive. He had already guessed this, so although he was shocked, he was still able to control his emotions. He took a deep breath, and a cold light burst out from his eyes as he looked forward. It's you. You must be Lin Wudi. He had never seen this person before, but he had seen his portrait countless times. How could he not recognize him? Lin Wuti crossed his arms and narrowed his eyes, sizing up the other party. This was a handsome young man, but he looked extremely demonic. Oh, you know me. Since you're able to enter, you must be no weaker than Lei Zhan and the others. Tell me who you are. I don't kill nameless people. Listen carefully. I'm the chief disciple of the Demon City. Although you're powerful, you're no match for me. Kneel down obediently and give me your 2 great path golden lotuses, all your treasures and secrets. I'll leave your corpse intact, and you'll die in a dignified manner. Nine-headed Qilin's eyes were filled with killing intent. He found it unbelievable that Lin Wuti had 2 great path golden lotuses. It seemed that Lin Wuti was the one who had defeated Lei Zhan and the Crown Prince. Otherwise, Lin Wuti couldn't have formed so many great path golden lotuses. Moreover, what made him even more furious was that Lin Wuti had stolen a creation from him. Chapter 3891. Previously, he had condensed 1,200 Dao flowers in an attempt to break the record. However, when he was 1 meter away from the bronze door, Lin Xian completed it ahead of him. Nine-headed Qilin would never forget the feeling of being robbed of his fortune. He swore that he would kill Lin Xian with his own hands. Now that he had met Lin Xian, he felt that the heavens were helping him. Young man, you're very confident. Lin Xian smiled. It's good to be confident, but I'm curious about what you're relying on. Do you think you're stronger than Lei Zhan and the others? Lei Zhan is nothing. Of course, I'm stronger than him. Can his Thunder Qilin body compare to my bloodline? Nine-headed Qilin was very confident. His body shone brightly, and an illusory figure appeared behind him. It was a very strange demon beast, the son of a Qilin and 9 heads. The 9 heads seemed to be able to tear apart everything in the world. Toad gasped when he saw it. Damn, what's that? He was stunned. Lin Xian said, You're too confident. Do you really think that Lei Zhan and the Crown Prince were defeated by me? The 2 of them aren't qualified for me to fight. They were defeated by my little brother. Toad, you go. Lin Xian kicked Toad away. Nine-headed Qilin's expression changed. Lin Wuti didn't do it? Lin Wuti's little brother? In the next moment, he saw Toad fly out, and his face turned green. Is the other party humiliating me? How dare you look down on me? He roared, and the terrifying phantom let out a rumbling sound. The 9 heads exploded in an instant, and the power was earth-shattering. I'm not fighting this battle. Toad retreated. Kid, don't try to trick me. The previous one was already very strong, and this one is even more terrifying. It's a combination of a Qilin and a 9-headed sky snake. How can I fight a guy with 9 heads? Toad rolled his eyes. Kid, I advise you to leave quickly. This guy's vitality is very strong, and he can't be killed. Is that so? So what? I'll just kill him 9 times. Lin Xian stood out in a domineering manner. You? You want to kill me 9 times? I'm afraid you won't even be able to do it once. The 9-headed Qilin snorted coldly. This despicable fellow was too arrogant. He would definitely trample on him personally. Do you think your bloodline is so strong that you can laugh at everyone? What a joke. Isn't it just a Qilin and a snake? What was there to be arrogant about? Half Qilin and half snake. How could it compare to a real dragon and Qilin? Lin Xian snorted coldly as black Qilin tattoos appeared all over his body. It formed a black Qilin phantom that circled around him. At the same time, the great dragon sword soul in his body roared, and countless sword chi dragon shadows rushed out and floated under his feet. Wow, both of them were incredible existences. I have to stay as far away as possible. The Toad jumped into the distance to watch the battle. Whitey also landed at the side, hugging the spiritual wood peach. There was no need to worry. He patted the Toad. The Toad wanted to resist, but in the end, it was knocked unconscious. Damn, little guy. You're not allowed to use this kind of divine ability on me. Up ahead, 9-headed Qilin had originally been very confident. However, at this moment, his expression had turned extremely grave. Black Qilin. There was also the Dragon Shadow. You actually have such a trump card. He was really too surprised. One had to know that he was extremely proud and thought that his bloodline was extremely strong because he had the Qilin bloodline. He also had the 9-headed sky snake bloodline. These two were incomparably terrifying bloodlines. Cheelants were emperors, divine beasts. Although the nine-headed sky snake was not from the dragon clan, it was also a peerless, ferocious beast that did not belong to the dragon clan. With 9 lives, it was even stronger than the average dragon clan. In his opinion, how could Lin Wudi compare to him? But now, he was completely stunned. The other party actually also had the Cheelan Phantom and the True Dragon Phantom. Could it be that the other party also had these two bloodlines? Impossible. He had never heard of anyone who could have the two supreme bloodlines of a Cheelan and a dragon at the same time. The other party must be using a smokescreen. Perhaps he had obtained some broken divine ability of the Cheelan clan and the dragon clan. Kid, you're bluffing. Perhaps you've obtained bits and pieces of the divine abilities of these two great emperors. However, how can you compare to my supreme bloodline? Today, I'll let you know the difference between us. The nine-headed Cheelan made his move. He slapped out a palm, and terrifying laws and bloodlines surrounded him, illuminating the sky. Terrifying demonic chi swept out in all directions. Incredible. This person is really too strong. The toad swallowed his saliva. He felt that this young man was very strong. Indeed, the nine-headed Cheelan was confident. He did not even put the golden crow and Lei Zhan in his eyes. Naturally, he would not put Lin Xian in his eyes. However, Lin Xian was not afraid. He took a step forward, and the power in his body erupted as he punched out. A dragon shadow accompanied his fist, moving between heaven and earth. The power of the dragon fist was unparalleled. Boom! The two forces collided between heaven and earth. The nine-headed snake and the revered dragon were biting each other. A terrifying aura spread out, and the void collapsed. It was as if the world was about to be destroyed. Fortunately, this was the Golden Palace, which was enough to suppress everything. Otherwise, half of the world would probably be destroyed. After that attack, Lin Xian withdrew his hand. The nine-headed Cheelan was surprised that he was not injured. He was too shocked. He realized that Lin Xian's strength was beyond his imagination. The violent power in Lin Xian's fist and the terrifying aura of the Way of the Dragon shocked him. Soon, his face darkened. On the other side, Lin Xian was also shocked. He had to admit that Lin Xian was really strong. It seemed that Lin Xian had surpassed the first prince and Lei Zhan. He was a difficult opponent. However, so what? He was not afraid of Lin Xian. The black Cheelan shadow on his body roared like a Cheelan, as if it was about to come to life. In Lin Xian's palm, a black Cheelan appeared, and it quickly slapped out with his palm. Are you trying to compete with me using Cheelan superpower? You're asking for it. The nine-headed Cheelan sneered. How could Lin Xian compete with him? He was someone who truly possessed the Cheelan bloodline. A cold light burst out from his eyes, and two Cheelan shadows streaked across the sky. They were like a vast ocean, striking the heavens. This time, he was really too strong. He waved his fists, opening and closing them. Endless Cheelan phantoms filled the world. He attacked Lin Xian crazily. Boom, boom, boom. Another earth-shattering collision. The area in front was completely engulfed. The toad continued to retreat, shocked. This nine-headed Cheelan was too strong. Even if Lin Xian was defeated, he could still be proud. Oh, he's fine. Suddenly, the toad exclaimed. He realized that in the shattered void, two figures were as fast as lightning, constantly colliding with each other. This battle was earth-shattering. In the blink of an eye, they had exchanged hundreds of blows, and then they each stood on one side. Only the great Tao continued to spread. The laws were still shattering. Dragon shadows circled under Lin Xian's feet. Cheelan roared, and golden lotuses of the great Tao circled around him. Lin Xian's aura was getting stronger. On the other side, the nine-headed Cheelan stood with his hands behind his back. Behind him stood the combination of the nine-headed sky snake and Cheelan. I didn't expect you to be able to block so many of my attacks. I'm really surprised. I admit that I've underestimated you. Now, I'll reevaluate your strength. However, that's all. You're still no match for me. Chapter 3892. Nine-headed Cheelan looked down from above, his eyes filled with confidence. Previously, he had already seen through the other party. Now, It was time for him to unleash his true killer move. On the other side, Lin Xian nodded. That's right, the test was over. It was time for the real attack. He took a step forward and strode forward. Nine-headed Qilin snorted. What a joke. Was the other party just testing him? He did not believe that the other party was just putting on an act. Soon, he would make the other party despair. On his body, a terrifying light was circulating and terrifying laws were spreading. 10,000 beasts fist. Nine-headed Qilin attacked, and a terrifying light covered the sky. Terrifying demonic aura shook the 9 heavens. This was a peerless fist technique. With one punch, it was as if 10,000 beasts were galloping between heaven and earth. It was extremely terrifying. Its power was much stronger than before. On the other side, Lin Xian was roaring as well. Every move he made had an aura of supremacy. He was going to fight with force. Previously, he did not use his full strength at all. Now, he was going to attack. He also threw out a punch, and the terrifying aura caused the sky to collapse and the earth to crack. On the other side, the 10,000 beasts all wailed. This punch was truly too terrifying. Lin Xian was already strong. With this breakthrough, his combat strength had increased by another level. Boom, boom. The two of them clashed. The terrifying aura of the great Tao was spreading. When Toad saw it, he was shocked. These two people were incredible. He did not know who would win. That kid probably did not use his full strength. He looked at Lin Xian. Boom. Another earth-shattering sound was heard. Then, the phantom of the 10,000 beasts was completely destroyed. A golden fist swept in all directions. It charged towards Nine-headed Qilin. Nine-headed Qilin's expression changed. What was going on? His 10,000 beasts fist was broken by the other party. Was this really unbelievable? Could it be that the other party did not use his full strength before? This was the other party's true strength. This person was indeed strong. No wonder he could defeat Lei Zhan and the first prince. But so what? He wasn't someone those two could compare to. 10,000 beasts fist. Wang Hu. With a roar, 10,000 beasts gathered. Great Tao surged, forming a ferocious tiger that pounced murderously. The ferocious tiger was a killing move of the 10,000 beast fist. Go to hell. He believed that this attack would definitely be able to kill his opponent. Seriously injuring the other party was not a problem at all. The ferocious tiger turned into a peerless wild beast, pouncing towards Lin Xian. The void around Lin Xian was constantly shattered. His entire body tensed up as he felt a chill run down his spine. Lin Xian's aura erupted. Endless black laws filled his hand, forming a long blade of death that he grasped. The saber slashed down. Between heaven and earth, black torrents and terrifying storms swept through. Boom, boom. The peerless, great, desolate, ferocious beast howled in agony as it was split into two. The black saber light once again shot towards the 9 Qilins. How could this be? Nine-headed Qilin was truly shocked this time. Even the killing move of his fist technique couldn't do anything to the other party. What was that black saber in the other party's hand? Was it a top-notch saint artifact? Why did it feel so cold? 10,000 beast fist, black tortoise. He struck out with his fist technique again. This time, the endless laws on his body formed a huge tortoise shell that blocked the shocking attack. This was a defensive fist technique, and black tortoise was a defensive technique. He was confident that the other party would definitely not be able to break through his defense. As expected, when the black saber slashed down, there was a clanging sound. Then, countless cracks appeared and shattered on the ground. Humph, Nine-headed Qilin sneered. As expected, it was just as he had expected. However, his expression soon changed. The black saber light didn't completely disappear. Instead, it circled around him and even entered his body. He felt that his vitality had instantly decreased, and his qi and blood were about to dry up. The huge phantom behind him also became dim. Damn it, what's going on? Nine-headed Qilin's hair stood on end. At this moment, he finally screamed. This law could deprive him of his vitality. Damn it, he was too careless. If it was an ordinary law attack, he would be fine if he blocked it. However, this special law ignored his defense. Damn it, he was furious. The Qilin fire. The flames that belonged to the Qilin bloodline on his body jumped and began to burn the black aura. This bloodline flame was terrifying, and it burned away all the death aura. However, Lin Xian's expression didn't look good. Instead, it became gloomier. Previously, he knew that Lin Xian had a strong physique and had the 5 elemental laws. Lin Xian also had terrifying sword techniques, and he was confident that he could block all of them. However, he didn't expect Lin Xian to have such a death law. This was completely out of his expectations. In his carelessness, he was injured. You're only SOSO. You're stronger than Lei Zhan and the others, but not by much. You're still not my match, Lin Xian said coldly. Now that his strength had increased greatly, he wasn't afraid of anything. You're arrogant enough to compete with me, but you can't imagine my means. I'll make you despair next. Nine-headed Qilin's expression was cold as he walked over again. Terrifying flames appeared on his body, leaping and dancing. This was the Qilin fire, and it was extremely bright. At this moment, he was like a fire god, and the aura on his body became incomparably violent. His palms formed a seal, and a fire Qilin flew out from nine-headed Qilin's palm. It had a monstrous aura, and it shook heaven and earth. In the distance, the toad who was watching the battle was also shocked. Damn, this is the flame of the Qilin bloodline. This guy's bloodline power is really shocking. Lin Xian snorted coldly. He wasn't afraid of any of nine-headed Qilin's flames. However, he didn't use the Nine Suns' divine fire. Instead, he mobilized it again, and the death law condensed into a black Qilin that ran between heaven and earth. The fire Qilin fought against the black Qilin. The two Qilin superpowers clashed in heaven and earth. They kept killing each other. It was as if two divine beasts were fighting. It was really terrifying. Nine-headed Qilin sneered. Some poisonous snake phantoms appeared in his embroidered robe, and they instantly disappeared into the void. This kind of small movement, under such a violent light, could not be discovered at all. The fire Qilin and the black Qilin fought until blood flowed like a river, and they disappeared at the same time. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes, and his lips curled into a cold smile. However, at this moment, he was stunned, because he realized that a few snake phantoms had suddenly appeared beside him, and they coiled around him. On the other side, nine-headed Qilin laughed loudly. Kid, go to hell. This is the sky snake phantom. You can't stop it. There were a total of 3 snakes, and they coiled around each other, completely binding Lin Xian's body. Lin Xian snorted coldly, and his body shook. The terrifying power was earth-shattering. However, the 3 snakes didn't break. They were abnormally soft, and they changed as Lin Xian's power vibrated. In the end, they blocked the vibrations. Nine-headed Qilin laughed again. Useless kid, you can't break it. With that, he waved his hand, and the 3-headed sky snake attacked. One went for Lin Xian's throat, and the other went for Lin Xian's heart. This was a sure kill. It was vicious, and there was no hesitation. Chapter 3893. Boom, boom, boom. Nine-headed Qilin sneered. Lin Fan was dead for sure. He would tear Lin Fan's body into pieces. Then, he would let the sky snakes eat Lin Fan's body. However, he was soon stunned. There was a sound of metal clashing in front of him, followed by a thunderous explosion. How could this be? Nine-headed Qilin's eyes widened. The sky snakes could not break Lin Fan's body. Is this your trump card? Lin Xian snorted. Do you really think you can restrain me? Break it. He roared and his body shone with endless light. As his divine body opened and closed, endless flames burned. The 2 heavenly snakes could not withstand this attack, and they rolled around non-stop. Although they were like water and could withstand any kind of attack, there was still a limit to it. In front of absolute power, the 2 sky snakes could not withstand it and were torn into pieces. Lin Xian snorted and charged towards nine-headed Qilin. Nine-headed Qilin's face changed. Lin Fan's body and power were beyond his imagination. He was shocked that Lin Fan could tear the sky snakes to pieces. But so what? His face was cold. Kid, do you think you have one? Now is the time for you to die. Go to hell. At this moment, Only one of the 3 sky snakes was left. Once again, it bit towards Lin Xian. It could not withstand a single blow. Lin Xian snorted coldly as he revolved his body for 9 days. However, at this moment, he was stunned. That was because he discovered that the heavenly snake was not attacking his body, but his soul. Kid, are you surprised? My sky snake can not only devour your body, but it can also devour your soul. You have a strong body, but what about your soul? Can you withstand it? Nine-headed Qilin laughed proudly again. Lin Xian's soul had indeed been attacked, and he had sustained some injuries. His eyes shone with a sharp light. Soul attack? You are the one who does not know what is good for you. Lin Fan activated his heavenly secret divine eyes, and a golden light appeared. At the same time, terrifying flames swept across the sky and Lin Xian covered the sky. He did it so that the other party wouldn't see what he was doing. After blocking the other party's line of sight, Lin Xian used his heavenly secret god eyes to attack the heavenly serpent. Sky Snake was being controlled. Very good. Lin Xian's lips curled into a cold smile. The other party had used a despicable method to sneak attack him. Now, he was going to give him a taste of his own medicine. The flames that filled the sky disappeared. Lin Xian stood there motionless. A heavenly snake coiled around his body, hissing. Success. The 9-headed unicorn smirked coldly. It seemed like the other party's soul had been devoured. Humph, fighting with him? You're courting death. He strode forward, preparing to take Lin Xian's ring of holding and the secrets inside of him. When the toad saw this scene, it exclaimed, "Damn, is the battle over? Was that kid actually killed? Damn it, is the soul his weakness? No, I have to escape." The toad was about to escape, but Whitey slapped it twice. Hey, don't run. The 9-headed unicorn had already arrived beside Lin Xian. He reached out a hand and covered Lin Xian's body. What, Lin Wudi? You're just Oso. You're too inexperienced to fight with me. From now on, you'll have nothing to do with this world. The 9-headed unicorn was very happy to have dealt with a powerful enemy. However, in the next moment, he screamed and covered his head as he retreated. Damn it! How is this possible? How dare you hurt me? He was shocked. The one who attacked him was none other than his heavenly serpent. What was going on? He was dumbfounded and couldn't believe it at all. At this moment, the eyes of the motionless Lin Xian shone with a piercing light. How was it? Did it feel good to be ambushed? You're not dead. The 9-headed unicorn screamed. His handsome face was filled with shock. He was too shocked. Wasn't Lin Xian's soul devoured? Lin Xian looked at him as if he was an idiot. He sneered. Do you really think that a mere heavenly serpent can kill me? What a joke. Damn it, how did it turn out like this? The 9-headed unicorn was completely stunned. Not only was Lin Xian not dead, but he also controlled his heavenly serpent and even injured him. This method was too shocking. He felt cold all over. This kind of feeling was really too bad. Previously, he thought that he had everything under control and could see through Lin Xian. However, after exchanging blows, he realized that Lin Xian was like a bottomless pit. He couldn't see through him at all. He didn't even know if that was Lin Xian's final trump card. Boom. Suddenly, his pupils constricted. He saw a fist that was like a giant mountain coming towards him. Boom. He was sent flying. The huge force made him spit out a mouthful of blood. Damn it. He roared and his eyes shone with incomparable light. His body was filled with demonic aura. Terrifying laws surrounded him and blocked the fist. At the same time, he also attacked Lin Xian with a terrifying attack. The two of them exchanged blows again and fought fiercely. Everywhere they passed, the sky collapsed and the earth cracked. The toad originally wanted to escape, but it stopped and looked shocked. Lin Xian didn't die? Lin Xian was so powerful. Xiaobai also heaved a sigh of relief. She knew it. How could Lin Xian lose? The two of them watched the battle again. The 9-headed unicorn roared crazily. Just a moment ago, he had received thousands of attacks. Those punches made his body numb. He fought back crazily and used the black tortoise fist. However, Lin Xian was not only powerful, but also had the death laws. He could only use the Qilin fire to defend himself. He didn't dare to be careless. At the same time, He activated the heavenly serpent bloodline to attack. Lin Xian was using the death laws. As a member of the heavenly serpent bloodline, he must have the poison laws too. Therefore, he used some poison to invade Lin Xian's body. Let's see who will die first. However, what shocked him was that after his poison dissolved into Lin Xian's body, it was silent. Lin Xian was not affected at all. How was that possible? Even a level 5 sage would die when the poison entered his body. However, nothing happened to Lin Xian. The 9-headed unicorn was completely stunned. He didn't know that Lin Xian had the great dragon sword soul in his body. It could destroy everything. The poison was nothing to be afraid of. As soon as it entered his body, it was smashed to pieces by the great dragon sword soul. Boom! Lin Xian punched the black tortoise seal. Immediately, cracks appeared on it. Then, he used another 100,000 attacks to break through Lin Xian's defense. He kicked Lin Xian's chin. There was a loud bang. The 9-headed unicorn flew out like a kite with a broken string. His chin was completely broken and his flesh was mangled. Chapter 3894. Damn it, how did this happen? 9-headed Qilin was stunned, and the pain was driving him crazy. After Lin Xian's attack succeeded, he attacked aggressively and his terrifying power engulfed the 9 Qilins. Then, a miserable cry was heard. 9-headed Qilin fell to the ground. His body was in tatters and blood stained the ground. He was seriously injured. Toad's eyes bulged when he saw this scene. No way, this kid is too strong. Based on his previous analysis, the two of them should be evenly matched in a fierce battle. But now, Lin Xian was getting stronger and stronger and had seriously injured 9-headed Qilin. 9-headed Qilin and 9-headed Sky Snake's bloodline. How could he be so miserable? You're only SOSO. You're stronger than Lei Zhan, but you're still no match for me. Lin Xian's mental state was cold and his eyes were filled with a biting cold radiance. He walked forward. He roared at the sky as if he had gone mad. His long and narrow eyes were bloodshot. He was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. He couldn't accept that he had lost. Everyone knew that he was a lofty figure and believed himself to be one of the strongest among the chief disciples. But now, he had lost to his opponent. Lin Xian was just a newly promoted chief disciple, and his cultivation was far inferior to his. This kind of defeat made him feel ashamed and humiliated. Lin Wudi, I'm going to tear you to pieces. 9-headed Qilin stood up and roared crazily. His bloodline circulated, and his broken wounds quickly healed. Soon, he was as good as new. Not only that, but the aura on his body had also become even more tyrannical. He was truly a super powerhouse. He was able to recover from such serious injuries in an instant. Lin Xian was expressionless and his eyes flickered. He knew that those injuries couldn't kill 9-headed Qilin. But so what? If he couldn't do it once, he would do it twice. He would definitely beat 9-headed Qilin up. What do you want to fight? You think you can? Lin Xian's lips curled into a disdainful smile. Kneel down obediently and give me the Dao flower. I'll consider cutting off 8 of your heads and sparing your life. I'll make you regret it. 9-headed Qilin roared and took out a fiery red treasure bottle. This was a treasure that had flown out of the Roland's golden palace. He had used his strength to snatch it. This was his trump card. At this moment, he was finally going to use it. The fiery red precious bottle was sparkling and translucent, carrying resplendent multicolored light, as if it was forged from immortal gold. The laws on it circulated, shaking the world. If other level 5 sages saw this, they would probably tremble in fear. A high-grade saint artifact. A true high-grade saint artifact. It was much stronger than the one Lei Zhan had used before. Moreover, there were no restrictions on its usage. It could be said that it was extremely terrifying. Kid, go to hell. The vase tilted down. Countless laws intertwined and flew out from the bottle. Each law was a sword chi. The nomological laws that filled the sky poured down in torrents. Endless sword light surged between heaven and earth. What do you have to fight me? No one under the minor saint realm would be able to withstand such a terrifying strike. The other party was definitely going to die. Buzz. Lin Xian's expression was cold as he circulated the energy in his body. He took out the Great Destruction Spear and circulated the death laws to the extreme. Black laws were attached to heaven and earth, especially on the Great Destruction Spear. It was extremely dark. It was like a murderous weapon from the devil world, carrying a monstrous killing intent. The long spear vibrated, destroying everything. The great dragon sword spirit in his body also surged. With a loud boom, heaven and earth cracked. The sword chi was instantly shattered. At this moment, the killing intent was soaring. Countless laws were shattered. Endless black death chi was sinking between heaven and earth. Nine-headed Qilin's expression changed. How could his opponent block such an attack? Damn it! Could it be that his opponent also has a high-grade artifact? Kill! He roared in anger. Thousands of laws formed an even more terrifying light sword and slashed towards Lin Xian. This time, the power of the attack was even stronger. Lin Xian, on the other hand, rushed over and opened his great gate. Endless black laws turned into chains and swept toward the nine-headed Qilin. Once again, an earth-shattering battle broke out between the two. Boom, boom, boom. The situation did not change just because nine-headed Qilin took out a high-grade artifact. He was defeated again. In fact, he was defeated even more miserably. His body had been destroyed by the other party. Nine-headed Qilin was completely mad. After he took out his trump card, he was defeated even faster. How could this be? He could not believe it. I'm going to kill you. He took out his second treasure. In the battle between so many top disciples and elites, nine-headed Qilin was able to snatch 2 treasures. This was enough to show how powerful he was. Lin Xian snorted coldly. You've already lost. I'll finish you off today. The power of the great dragon sword spirit flowed out completely and poured into his body. It even coiled around the great destruction spear. With one strike, black demonic chi pierced through heaven and earth. The power of this strike was much stronger than before. It caused the high-grade sacred artifact to tremble. Before the second treasure could appear, nine-headed Qilin was sent flying. He vomited blood again. His body that had just healed was shattered again. Lin Xian's attack succeeded, and he continued to attack. Endless laws of death condensed into a death demonic saber with the aura of the dragon soul. Inside, the death demonic blade was condensed, giving it a soul. Wherever the saber went, heaven and earth would split. Nine-headed Qilin's scalp went numb, and he kept dodging. The void shattered, and he was sent flying again. There were more laws of death on his body, which made him feel cold all over. His life was draining away quickly. He could not believe it. How could this be? How could he end up like this? Before entering, he had thought of countless possibilities, but he had never thought of such a possibility. Let's go. Nine-headed Qilin quickly flew away, trying to escape. Now, he was no longer as arrogant as before. He wanted to escape. He turned into a stream of light and fled quickly. Lin Xian sneered. Don't you think it's too late to leave? The two of them, one in front and one behind, shuttled through the Roland's Gold Palace. Nine-headed Qilin had 2 powerful bloodlines, a strong physique, and vigorous life force. Even so, he was beaten badly. He was extremely miserable. He desperately hoped that the Roland's Palace would open so that he could escape. He did not know if his good luck had come or if his thoughts had moved the heavens. The Roland's Palace opened again. This was a good chance. Nine-headed Qilin was so excited that he was about to cry. He turned into a bolt of lightning and instantly rushed toward the exit. Outside the Roland's Palace, everyone waited patiently. This time, the Golden Crow Prince was extremely powerful. It was finally his turn. He had to go in. The others were also nervous. Nine-headed Qilin had stayed inside for so long. It seemed that he had succeeded. He might have killed the powerful existence inside. Chapter 3895. The people from Thousand Monster City were even more smug. What powerful guardian beast. What Lin Wudi. Everything will turn to dust before our chief disciple. Hearing that, the crown prince's face darkened and Lei Zhan vomited blood. Damn it! Did nine-headed Qilin succeed? They could not believe it. The people from Peerless City were nervous. Even Morong Qingqing, Li Hongxiu, and the others frowned. The situation did not look good. Morong Qingqing was worried that Lin Xian was in danger, so he decided to rush in and take a look. "I'll hold the Golden Crow Prince back while you go in," Li Hongxiu said as she walked over. Morong Qingqing nodded. "All right, thank you." The two girls were ready to make a move. The others were also ready. The Golden Crow Prince sneered. "Whoever dares to take my spot will be torn to pieces." Everyone was terrified. Some of the elites retreated, not daring to provoke the Golden Crow Prince. Of course, Morong Qingqing and Li Hongxiu flew out. They were ready to give it their all. However, when the Roland's palace opened, the situation inside was beyond everyone's expectations. At that moment, everyone was dumbfounded. Even Morong Qingqing, the Golden Crow Prince, and the others were stunned. They saw a figure rushing out of the Roland's palace after it opened. "Isn't that nine-headed Qilin?" Everyone screamed. They realized that it was indeed nine-headed Qilin. However, what shocked them was that nine-headed Qilin was not in good condition. His hair was disheveled and his body was covered in blood. It seemed that he was seriously injured. "No way. Nine-headed Qilin is injured. He's seriously injured. Heavens, who injured him? Is there really a peerless guardian beast in the Roland's palace?" These people were going crazy. The Crown Prince's eyes shone with a cold light. Lei Jin also stood up. They had mixed feelings. Firstly, they were taking joy in other people's misfortune. Even someone as powerful as the nine-headed Qilin was seriously injured just like them. At the same time, they were terrified. Did Lin Wuti do it? Is he that powerful? The others were in an uproar. The people from Thousand Monster City were going crazy. They screamed crazily. How could this be? They simply couldn't accept the fact that the nine-headed Qilin was beaten up so miserably. Li Hongxiu and Morong Qingqing looked at each other and saw the shock in each other's eyes. The two of them didn't attack again. Instead, they smiled. It seemed that the kid wasn't in any danger. "Older brother Xian, it shouldn't be a problem." The two retreated, and no one attacked again. The Golden Crow's seventh prince was also stunned. To be honest, even he acknowledged the strength of the nine-headed Qilin. However, he wasn't confident that he could defeat the nine-headed Qilin. But now, the nine Qilins were in an incomparably miserable state. It was as if they were facing a great enemy. Just what was inside the Roland's Golden Palace? Could it be that there was really a peerless demonic beast guarding it? For a moment, he did not dare to enter rashly. "Let's go. The young master is coming out." The people of the Demon City prepared to receive them. The others were even more curious. This time, they had to find out what was inside. However, they were soon dumbfounded. Within the Roland's Golden Palace, a gigantic pitch-black palm covered the entire sky and enveloped the nine-headed Qilin before grabbing it back. What was going on? Was the nine-headed Qilin unable to escape? Oh, heavens! He was being dragged back again. The surrounding people were stunned. The people of the Demon City screamed, "No! Young master! Damn it! Hurry up and save the young master!" The demon race powerhouses attacked crazily. They covered the sky and the earth as they charged over. However, they were all sent flying back. The Roland's Golden Palace emitted a mysterious aura that formed endless golden laws that swept through everything. They couldn't enter. The demon race powerhouses had all gone crazy. The others also gasped. What was going on? Why couldn't they enter? Could it be because the nine-headed Qilin didn't come out? The nine-headed Qilin was also screaming crazily. He was about to go crazy with anger. The way out was right in front of him. He could have gone out easily, but he was grabbed back by the other party. "Damn you, Lin Wuti, hurry up and let me go. Otherwise, the Demon City will tear you into pieces." Bam! He roared crazily, but what answered him was a fist. The punch broke his jaw and sent his teeth flying. He couldn't speak clearly. The people outside were all stunned. What was going on? Lin Wuti. It was Lin Wuti again. Could it be that the nine-headed forest was fighting with Lin Wuti? No way. Could it be that Lin Wuti injured the nine-headed Qilin? They were all crazy. They couldn't accept it at all. They could understand that the Roland's Golden Palace had powerful guardian beasts. After all, how could such a mysterious palace not have powerful guardians? But if it was Lin Wuti, they couldn't understand it at all. How did the other party get in? Moreover, the other party's strength was too strong. Just as everyone was puzzled, they finally saw it clearly. A figure walked out from the black light that filled the sky. He sent the nine-headed Qilin flying with a punch. That kind of power was incomparably shocking. It was Lin Wuti. Countless people screamed at this moment. It was Brother Xian. Murong Qingsheng smiled. Li Hongxiu also said, "It's really that kid." In Wushuang City, the Crimson Dragon, the Northern Demon, and the others screamed. Damn, when did this kid go in? The others were going crazy. Lin Wuti was incomparably strong. Was he beating up the nine-headed Qilin? They felt like they were in a dream. At the same time, they looked at the Crown Prince and Lei Zhan. Could it be that these two were also defeated by Lin Wuti? This Lin Wuti was too overpowered. Everyone swallowed their saliva. The martial artists of Demon City roared crazily. Damn Lin Wuti, let go of our young master. If you dare to attack again, I'll tear you to pieces. I'll teach you and the people of Wushuang City. I'll kill all of you, and you'll never be reincarnated. They were really mad. However, Lin Xian was even more ruthless when he heard the threat. He chased after the nine-headed Qilin crazily. The nine-headed Qilin kept vomiting blood. His bones were flying everywhere. All kinds of miserable scenes played out in front of everyone. Stop. We'll admit our mistakes, okay? The elites of Demon City started to beg for mercy when they saw that their threat had failed. However, it was useless. Lin Xian was strong. It seemed like he wouldn't stop until he killed the nine-headed Qilin. Lin Xian's expression was cold. To be honest, the nine-headed Qilin's life force was too strong. He had hit it so many times. An ordinary level 5 sage would have been killed several times. He couldn't be more dead. However, the other party was seriously injured. It was very difficult to kill him. This was especially true for his vitals, which had been narrowly avoided by his opponent. However, he still seized the opportunity. The great spear of destruction pierced the other party's heart and tore half of his body apart. Blood splattered everywhere, piercing through everything. The people outside were stunned. The nine-headed Qilin was split in half. It was too unbelievable. The people of Demon City were so scared that they roared crazily. Some of them even fainted. Chapter 3896. Nine-heads Qilin roared. His handsome face was now extremely ferocious. In the next moment, his body suddenly enlarged. He was no longer a handsome man, but transformed into his true form. The 9 heads of the Qilin danced in the air, looking extremely ferocious. Even though they were so far away, the experts in the distance were still shocked. 9 heads Qilin had transformed into his true form. Oh God, he was really angry. Humph, transforming into your true form? Then you're courting death. 9 heads Qilin's true form was too big. Lin Xian used him as a target and destroyed him again. 9 heads Qilin screamed and transformed back into his human form. Everyone was terrified. 9 heads Qilin had been defeated to the point of no return. 9 heads Qilin felt extremely aggrieved. He had never been suppressed like this in his life. Lin Wuti, I'll remember you. The next time I see you, I'll tear you to pieces. 9 heads Qilin activated his bloodline and took out the great Dao treasure bottle. Countless sword laws flew out and pierced through everything. He tore open a crack and was ready to escape. You want to leave? Go to hell. Lin Xian was completely enraged. He would never let 9 heads Qilin escape. He raised the death demonic saber, and the great dragon sword soul appeared and merged with the death demonic saber. A dragon roar was heard as if the demonic dragon had awakened. When the saber slashed down, the sky fell and the earth cracked. Many of the people outside fell to their knees. Some of the experts even screamed. Even Lei Zhan, the first prince, the Golden Crow Prince, and the other top disciples narrowed their eyes. What kind of saber was this? It seemed to be able to destroy everything. The death aura on the saber was too strong. No. The people of Thousand Demon City roared crazily. 9 heads Qilin screamed and tried his best to block the attack. However, he could not block it at all. The death demonic saber slashed through his body. It took away all of his life force. Even his soul was destroyed by the terrifying energy of the great dragon's sword soul. Nine Heads Qilin's body fell from the Roland's golden palace. Lin Xian held the demonic saber in his hand. He was as powerful as a god. This scene shocked everyone. Young master. The people from the Thousand Demon City rushed forward as if they had gone mad and caught the corpse. They raised their heads and looked at Lin Xian, their eyes spitting fire. Damn it! Damn it! A few people wanted to step forward, but in the end, they were killed by Lin Xian with a single slash. Too strong. These people frantically retreated. The others were even more shocked. Even someone as powerful as the nine-headed Qilin was killed. They all looked in the direction of the demon city. The great demon of the Thousand Demon City held the corpse and cried hysterically. Even his eyes were bleeding. Suddenly, a layer of blood-red light appeared on the nine-headed Qilin's body. Immediately after, the mysterious laws of heaven and earth filled the air as an illusory figure appeared. Qilin body, 9 heads. One of the heads suddenly shattered. At the same time, the nine-headed Qilin had completely awakened. His battered body recovered once again. In the next moment, it was as good as new. His closed eyes also opened. The terrifying light was like the light of a sword, piercing through the 9 heavens and 10 earths. Lin Wudi, I won't rest until you know what's going on. He stood up and roared madly. Not dead? The surrounding powerhouses and sky prides of the holy city were dumbfounded. The Golden Crow Prince and the others were also shocked. Rumor had it that the nine-headed Qilin had 9 heads, which was equivalent to 9 lives. It was practically immortal. Now it seemed that the legend was true. Murong Qingqing also frowned. This person's bloodline was too extraordinary. Li Hongxiu and the others were also surprised. Great, the young master was not dead. The people of the Thousand Demon City heaved a sigh of relief, but they still gritted their teeth. The nine-headed Qilin stood in the sky with an unusually cold expression. Behind him, the illusory figure was already missing a head. This made his heart bleed. Not dead? It's amazing. Is this the nine-headed sky snake? Lin Xian's eyes flickered. The other party's vitality was beyond his imagination. It was practically immortal. However, the other party was not truly immortal. He looked down and sneered. Are you not convinced? If not, come up and fight. Today, I'll cut off all 9 of your heads. Wherever the long saber went, the void shattered. The 4-week genius powerhouse's scalp went numb. Is this Lin Wudi? He's too strong. He actually forced the nine-headed Qilin to such a state. Young master, you can't. The demons of the Thousand Demon City hurriedly persuaded him. It was obvious that Lin Wudi was extremely powerful now. The nine-headed Qilin could not defeat him at all. If he went up again, he would just be throwing his life away. The nine-headed Qilin's face darkened. Despicable, despicable. When had he ever been afraid? But now, he really did not dare to attack again. The next time I see you, I'll personally take your head and make you wish you were dead. He turned around and left in big strides. The people of the Thousand Demon City also said, just you wait, this is not over. They quickly followed the nine-headed Qilin. Humph, Lin Xian snorted coldly. His voice was loud and clear, spreading everywhere. This is a grudge between me and you. If anyone dares to implicate my friends and fellow sect members, I'll kill them all. I'll definitely tear you to pieces. At the end of his sentence, an endless aura of death spread and swept around. Everyone felt that their lives were about to be taken away. Their scalps went numb. The people of the Thousand Demon City also had ugly expressions. Damn it, how dare Lin Wudi threaten them? The nine-headed Qilin left, and so did the people of the Thousand Demon City. The surroundings were dead silent. Previously, these people wanted to break their heads to enter the Golden Palace. But now, no one dared to move. This was because there was a godlike existence standing at the golden door. Despicable. Lei Zhan, the Crown Prince, and the others looked extremely cold. The Golden Crow Prince looked even more solemn. He stood there without saying a word. Lin Xian swept his gaze over and looked at the other party. You are the 7th Golden Crow Prince, right? Come and die. Boom. The crowd was in an uproar. They could not believe it. Oh God, Is Lin Wuti going to challenge the Golden Crow Prince this time? This is too crazy. First, he defeated the nine-headed Qilin. Now, he's going to attack the Golden Crow tribe. The Golden Crow tribe was also facing a great enemy. They all rushed over and surrounded the Golden Crow Prince. One of them shouted angrily, "You dare to challenge us? Are you courting death? Do you believe that I won't kill all of you from Wushuang City?" Buzz. As soon as he finished speaking, a deadly blade light slashed across and split the Golden Crow tribe elite into two. His life force was taken away. The severed body fell, and the huge corpse shattered the mountains and rivers. A Lin Wuti's soul fled in a panic, and the starry sky trembled. "How dare you destroy my body?" He was really shocked. Lin Xian snorted. "I said that you can attack me if you have the ability. Who dares to attack my friends and fellow sect members? I will definitely tear you to pieces. Do you think that I'm joking?" A pair of golden eyes appeared in the sky and shot out a golden blade light. It directly shattered the soul. With a blood-curdling scream, the divine soul of one of the Golden Crow clan's experts was extinguished. "You're courting death." The Golden Crow tribe elites were completely enraged. Lin Wuti had killed one of their elites in front of them. Chapter 3897. The people around felt their scalps go numb. Lin Wuti was too strong. Yes, they couldn't attack Wushuang City anymore. At this moment, everyone felt their hair stand on end. This was especially so for those who had attacked Peerless City previously. Their legs were trembling, and they wanted to run away right now. "Do you really think you're invincible?" At this moment, the Golden Crow Prince stood out. The divine fire on his body surged into the sky. His golden hair danced wildly, and a pair of golden wings covered the sky. "You'll know whether I'm invincible or not when we fight." Lin Xian raised the death demonic blade again. "Come on, I've been waiting for you for a long time. I'm not in the right state to fight today," the Golden Crow Prince said. Everyone's blood was boiling. They thought they could see a shocking battle, but the Golden Crow Prince's words almost made them vomit blood. "Not in the right state? Not in the right state to fight? Liar my ass. Who was the one who was so arrogant and said that he wanted to get an extra slot? He even threatened the others so that they didn't dare to attack. Now, he had the cheek to say that he wasn't in the right state." Feeling the disdainful gazes of the people around them, the Golden Crow Prince's face turned red. The Golden Crow Prince gritted his teeth. He was about to go crazy. However, he had to say that, because he realized that even if he attacked, he might not be able to defeat Lin Wuti. Lin Wuti's last attack was too terrifying. Lin Xian laughed loudly after hearing that. Not in the right state? What a joke. Lin Wuti was obviously afraid and didn't dare to fight with him. "What Golden Crow Prince? You don't even have the courage to fight with me. How dare you call yourself a genius? I think you're worse than Lei Zhen." Lin Xian's words made the Golden Crow Prince vomit blood. On the other side, Lei Zhen also vomited blood. What was the meaning of this? Why was he snatching the slot for no reason? Damn it, just you wait. Wait for me for 3 months. After 3 months, I'll tear you to pieces. The Golden Crow Prince was furious. No one had ever dared to look down on him like this. He swore that he would kill Lin Wuti. Lin Xian laughed. "All right, I'll wait for you for 3 months. After 3 months, I'll take your head." The Golden Crow Prince also left, leaving behind a 3-month agreement. Everyone was in an uproar. Even the Golden Crow Prince was no match for him. One had to know that the Golden Crow Prince was extremely arrogant and didn't care about anything. If he had the strength, he would have killed his opponent immediately. But now, the other party wanted to delay for 3 months. This meant that the other party had no confidence in being able to defeat the other party. Lin Wuti was too strong. One man could hold the pass against 10,000. The others naturally didn't dare to go either. Lin Xian looked into the distance and saw Murong Qingqing, Li Hongxiu, and even Ruzalong flying out. "Come over here." Lin Xian waved at them. "Great, the Crimson Dragon." Peerless City's players excitedly flew over. Li Hongxiu and Murong Qingqing also flew over. The others were envious. Was he going to enter the Golden Palace under the protection of Lin Xian? What was in the Golden Palace? They realized that Lin Xian's strength had become much stronger than before. Could it be because of the Golden Palace? Murong Qingsheng and the others arrived outside the Golden Palace and were about to enter. But at this moment, the Golden Palace changed. The Golden Law above formed a light screen, blocking them. What's going on? Everyone's expression changed. Murong Qingsheng and the others stopped. The Crimson Dragon shouted, "Damn, it can't be." He swung his dragon tail and slapped it, making a loud noise. But he couldn't break the Golden Law. Lin Xian frowned. He also swung his blade. The death demonic blade surged in the palace. The terrifying light blade slashed on it. Terrifying energy spread, and the golden light screen kept fluctuating. But it didn't break. This made him frown even more. Could it be that the Golden Palace was about to close? Lin Xian frowned. The surrounding people were in despair. If this was the case, wouldn't it mean that only Lin Xian could stay in the Golden Palace? This was a piece of despairing news to everyone. At this moment, a voice came from the depths of the Golden Palace. It was unusually deep and old. In 3 months, the Golden Palace would be fully opened. At that time, everyone could enter. Before that, the Golden Palace would be closed. Hearing this, everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. Would the Roland's Golden Palace be fully opened in 3 months? This was really good news. At the same time, they were even more shocked. Was there someone else in the Golden Palace? Other than Lin Wudi, there was someone else inside. Who was it? Was it an outsider like them, or was it an original existence of the Golden Palace? The Crimson Dragon and the others were also shocked. Lin Xian could tell that it was Heishan's voice. Could it be that he found something inside? Qingqing, come back in 3 months. You have to make good use of these 3 months. Bronze Gate. There are many treasures inside that will definitely allow your strength to undergo an earth-shattering transformation. I know. Elder Brother Xian. Murong Qingsheng nodded. The Crimson Dragon, the Northern Demon, and the others also looked serious. Lin Xian looked at Li Hongxiu. All right, I have something to ask you. What is the Pilgrim Roll? You don't know? Li Hongxiu was shocked. I haven't been in the Holy City for long. Most of the time, I was outside. I really don't know. If I didn't meet some experts from the Pilgrim Roll, I really wouldn't know. Li Hongxiu said that the Pilgrim Roll was a list. The people on it were very terrifying. Currently, there were a total of 7 people on the Pilgrim Roll. These 7 people were all top experts. Their strength was very terrifying, surpassing the chief disciple. Their cultivation bases had also reached the Little Saint level. It could be said that they were extremely terrifying. Small Saint. Lin Xian was shocked. How did they come in? One should know that there were restrictions on the Destiny Planet. Small Saints were not allowed to enter. Li Hongxiu said that they suppressed their cultivation. Currently, their cultivation was suppressed to the late or peak of the 5th heavenly layer. That was why they could enter. Your senior brother Fu Hongye and Huang Shisan, whose clone you killed, were all on the Pilgrim Roll in the previous generation. This batch is the new Pilgrim Roll prodigies. They are very strong. Also, you have to be careful. There is also an expert from the Great Desolate Mansion. You killed Huang Shisan's clone. If he meets you, he will definitely not let you go. Hearing this, Lin Xian took a deep breath. He said, All right, I understand. You should hurry to the Bronze Gate and find more opportunities. When the Roland Palace opens, we will kill everyone together. Murong Qingqing, Li Hongxiu, the Crimson Dragon, and the people from Peerless City left. They had to make good use of the 3 months to cultivate. Lin Xian also returned to the Roland Palace. The Roland Palace closed again. Let's go. Lei Zhen soared into the sky. The first prince also left with his people. They had to make a breakthrough in 3 months. They would definitely take revenge. After everyone left, the Roland Palace floated in the sky. The surroundings were silent. As for this news, it began to spread. Chapter 3898. When the people on the Heavenly Fate planet heard this news, they were all shocked. They didn't dare to believe it. Lei Zhen had been defeated. The first prince of the new moon race had been defeated. The 9-headed Qilin had been beheaded. The Golden Crow Prince had retreated without a fight. The news was like a clap of thunder that left them dumbfounded. Which one of these people wasn't an expert whose name shook the world? Furthermore, They were all chief disciples. Their strength was unparalleled. They were probably the strongest people below the pilgrim ranking. Moreover, it was rumored that these people would be able to make it to the pilgrim ranking once they left. But now, those people had actually been defeated. And they had been defeated by the same person. And that person was Linwoody. He was an extremely young chief disciple. What was even more shocking was that he was only at the 4th level. Was this guy going to defy the heavens? Was there no one among the chief disciples who could suppress him? He was too strong. He was the strongest among the chief disciples. Everyone was shocked. But there were also people who snorted. Being the strongest was too exaggerated. Although Lei Zhan and the others had been defeated, it was only the 4 chief disciples. There were many people from the sacred city who had entered this time, and there were many chief disciples as well. It was just that they had not met the other chief disciples. Otherwise, it was hard to say who would win. That was right. It was said that the chief disciple of the grand desolate mansion had become stronger and was seeking revenge. There were other experts who were also very strong. Moreover, they had lived for thousands of years and were very experienced. Linwoody might not be able to stop them. Not to mention, the 9-headed Qilin and Lei Zhan were all top talents. Once given the chance, they would definitely break through. At that time, they might even be able to kill Linwoody. Now that you mention it, there really was one. The Golden Crow Prince had already issued a challenge. He would fight Linwoody to the death in 3 months. Moreover, it was said that the mysterious Huangjin Palace would be fully opened in 3 months. At that time, anyone would be able to enter. Hurry up and prepare. We have to go. Even if we can't get the treasure, we have to watch the shocking battle. The people who had entered were all excited. In the depths of Tianming Planet, the mysterious existences on the pilgrim ranking had also heard the news. This guy was interesting. He had actually defeated Lei Zhan. He had even beheaded the 9-headed Qilin. Some people exclaimed, while others snorted in disdain. This brat was too arrogant, occupying the entire Roland's Golden Palace by himself. Although we won't go to Roland's Golden Palace, we definitely won't let her succeed. Young master, why don't we go teach him a lesson? Several figures flashed out from the Great Desolation Mansion's side. There was a glimmer of light in their eyes, but hidden deep within them was a burning passion. The few people on the pilgrim roll didn't go to the Roland's Palace because they had better opportunities. These followers, on the other hand, were extremely jealous of the Roland's Palace. If they could teach Linwoody a lesson, they might be able to enter Roland's Golden Palace and obtain some heaven-defying opportunities. All right, go. The Great Desolate Mansion expert waved his hand. His 3 subordinates were overjoyed. Don't worry, young master. We'll definitely let that brat know how powerful we are. The figure in front said, Don't make a move yet. Let my younger brother make a move first. Since he dared to provoke our Great Desolate Mansion, we will definitely kill him. All you need to do is to protect him from the shadows. Yes, young master, we will definitely complete the mission. The few of them quickly left. This person was called Yu Quan. His younger brother, Yu Yu, was the current chief disciple of the Great Desolate Mansion. He didn't even need to make a move to deal with Linwoody. His younger brother would be able to deal with him. The other factions also sent out their subordinates to the Roland's Golden Palace to try their luck. All of a sudden, there was an undercurrent. Lin Xian returned to the Roland's Golden Palace and continued his cultivation. He and the toads set off again to search for treasures in the Roland's Golden Palace. However, most of the treasures were protected by array formations. They might not be able to break through in 3 months. They could only search for those that didn't have any defenses or gain insight into some mystique laws. Apart from that, he also saw 5 great halls in the 5 regions of the Roland's Golden Palace. These 5 great halls were currently sealed. However, there was a mysterious aura coming from within. These 5 great halls were extraordinary. However, they hadn't been opened yet. Would it have anything to do with what would happen in 3 months? Lin Xian was secretly shocked. He retreated. The only thing he could use now was the 2 great Dao Golden Lotuses on him. These 2 heavenly Dao Golden Lotuses allowed him to gain insights into heaven and earth at a very high efficiency. Therefore, he decided to go into seclusion for 3 months to gain insight into the law of death. Time passed slowly. In the blink of an eye, 3 months had passed. At this moment, the Destiny Star was moving. Everyone had started rushing towards the Roland's Golden Palace as early as a few days ago. They knew that there was a great opportunity and a great battle that was about to break out. Lejeune walked out of one of the bronze doors. The aura on his body had become even more violent than before. It was obvious that he had obtained a great opportunity in the bronze door in the past 3 months. At this moment, his strength had undergone an earth-shattering change. Linwoody, this is the time of your death. Lejeune was extremely confident. He flapped his wings and soared into the sky, disappearing into it. Nine-headed Qilin walked out of another bronze door. At this moment, he had regained his composure once again. His aura had become even more terrifying than before. It was obvious that Nine-headed Qilin had also obtained a great opportunity. If you dare to take my life, I will make you suffer a fate worse than death. Nine-headed Qilin transformed into a peerless divine beast and tore through the void. In a dilapidated ruin, a golden figure streaked across the void. It was a man with shoulder-length golden hair and a body that resembled a true dragon. His entire body was covered in terrifying flames. He walked through the air, looking extremely powerful. The Golden Crow 7th Prince. He had not been idle in the past 3 months. According to the information in their hands, he had investigated a broken ancient ruin. He had obtained a great opportunity there, which had greatly boosted his confidence. Linwoody, 3 months have passed. I will take your head. The Golden Crow Prince streaked across the sky and flew into the distance. The first prince of the new moon race had also come out. His aura had become even more mysterious than before. He also headed towards the Roland's Golden Palace. The 4 chief disciples had made their move. At the same time, the other prodigies had also made their move. The Roland's Golden Palace, which had originally been quiet and desolate, had become extremely lively once again. Countless experts from the sacred city and major families had gathered here, each occupying a mountain peak. There were many discussions going on there. I wonder what will be inside the Roland's Golden Palace this time? Don't worry, we'll know once we enter. I'm more concerned about the battle. Who do you think will win the battle between the Golden Crow Prince and Linwoody? Chapter 3899. It should be Linwoody. After all, he was too strong previously. Once the death demonic blade was unleashed, it took the life of the 9-headed Qilin. That's right. Lejeune and the crown prince of the new moon race were also defeated by him. No one could suppress Linwoody. However, some people snorted. What do you know? You're too ignorant. As far as I know, the Golden Crow Prince, Lejeune, and the rest have been attacking with all their might. They either entered the Bronze Gate or the ancient ruins garden. They're no longer the same as they were 3 months ago. Just wait, they'll definitely come out strong. Everyone was discussing intensely. At this moment, a stream of light flew over from afar. It was extremely fast. At first, it was still at the horizon, but in the blink of an eye, it was in front of them. Along with it was a sea of fire that enveloped everything. There were flames everywhere in the void as if they were going to burn everything. It's the Golden Crow Prince. Everyone was shocked. Oh my God, how did his aura become so strong? Some people were going crazy. They could clearly feel that the Golden Crow 7th Prince's cultivation had become more terrifying than before. It was obvious that he had improved. It was unbelievable. To be able to increase his strength so much in just 3 months, he was indeed a top genius. Your Highness, the marshalists of the Golden Crow tribe quickly surrounded him. Their eyes were filled with excitement. That was great. Their Highness had become so strong. This battle was definitely not going to happen. Hasn't the Roland's Golden Palace opened yet? The Golden Crow 7th Prince stood in the void like a god of fire and said coldly. An elite from the Golden Crow race said, "Reporting to your Highness, it hasn't opened yet. We'll probably have to wait for a few more days." All right, I'll let Linwoody live for a few more days. When the Roland's Golden Palace opens, it will be time for him to die. I'll let the world know who's the strongest. The Golden Crow 7th Prince was very strong. He descended on a mountain peak. He was too strong. Everyone swallowed their saliva. Previously, They thought that Lin Wuti would definitely win. But now, they were shaken. The Golden Crow 7th Prince's strength had increased. They wondered how the others were doing. The people from the sacred city were also excited. At this moment, the sky was filled with thunderbolts. It was as though the world was about to be destroyed. A figure appeared in the sea of thunderbolts. Oh my God, Lei Jin! His aura had become stronger. Everyone screamed. Those people from Thunder God City cheered. The 7th Prince of the Golden Crow looked over with a cold gaze. It was as if an endless sea of fire was spreading. Lei Jin also struck out terrifying thunderbolts that intertwined in the sky. I didn't expect you to break through as well. The Golden Crow Prince snorted. Lei Jin's expression was cold. If you can't kill Lin Wuti, then let me do it. I will personally send him to hell. It was another person looking for Lin Xian to make a move. Everyone was shocked. The Golden Crow 7th Prince said, "You have no chance. He will die in my hands." Is that so? But I also want to fight. At this moment, another voice rang out. Between heaven and earth, tens of thousands of beasts cried out in unison, with the illusory image of the Qilin and the illusory image of the heavenly serpent circling around. A beautiful man descended from the sky. The 9-headed Qilin had also become stronger. Everyone felt like they were going crazy. As expected of the chief disciple, as long as he was given an opportunity, he would be able to advance by leaps and bounds in a short period of time. Great, young master is here. The people from the Demon City were also excited. They wanted to see how the other party would die this time. Lin Wuti dared to kill me. I will make him wish he was dead. I will torture him for 10,000 years. After the 9-headed Qilin arrived, he said coldly, he definitely won't be able to live. The Crown Prince had arrived. Those who had been defeated by Lin Xian before had all arrived. They were much stronger than before, and they were all brimming with confidence. While chatting, Lin Xian's fate seemed to have been decided. It's over. Lin Wuti is in danger. Yes, after provoking so many terrifying geniuses, he wouldn't be able to sleep well in the future. The Golden Crow Prince was already so terrifying. With the 9-headed Qilin and the others, Lin Wuti's fate would be miserable. Many people shook their heads. Some sneered. Some were worried. For example, Wushuang City and Aqua Sky City were worried. The Crimson Dragon also had a solemn expression. Damn, how did these guys improve so quickly? He wondered if that kid had obtained any heaven-defying fortune in the Golden Palace. Murong Qingqing also frowned. Li Hongxiu said, "Don't worry, nothing will happen to that kid. He might be able to beat these people away again. However, it's time for me to show my skills. I've met a few interesting opponents this time." Li Hongxiu's bloodline surged. As the daughter of a Saint King, her strength didn't lose to these chief disciples. Other than these people, some powerful people appeared. Their strength and ostentatiousness weren't weaker than the 9-headed Qilin and the Golden Crow Prince. For example, Yu Yu from the Great Desolate Manor came. He was a man in black armor. He was extraordinary. After he arrived, he attracted the attention of the Golden Crow Prince, the 9-headed Qilin, and the others. This person's strength wasn't weaker than theirs. He was a peerless enemy. In addition, there were also a few mysterious figures hidden in the dark, standing in different parts of the world. Clearly, they belonged to different factions. Some of these people revealed themselves and released a wisp of aura. It was shocking. Some hid themselves, but some people sensed them and their scalps went numb. They knew that this time, the Golden Palace really attracted the attention of various factions. There would probably be a shocking battle. After another 3 days, the Golden Palace in front of them blossomed with an incomparable radiance. The huge golden door trembled and then slowly opened. The Golden Law was also withdrawn and no longer blocked it. It opened. The Golden Palace opened. Everyone was extremely excited. The Golden Crow Prince and the others also stood up and looked at the sky. Was it finally opened? It was time to send that kid to hell. At the same time, in the depths of the Golden Palace, Lin Xian also opened his eyes. There were terrifying demonic shadows around him. His laws had also become more profound than before. Standing up, Lin Xian looked outside. Was it coming? His eyes flashed with a hint of battle intent. This time, He wouldn't let the Golden Crow Prince go. Everyone was waiting for the Golden Law to completely disappear. The moment it disappeared, everyone moved. Charge quickly. Countless people rushed in at a high speed. Humph! The Golden Crow Seventh Prince rushed in with the Golden Crow race's experts. The nine-headed Qianlin, Lei Zhan, and the first prince of the New Moon race also led their own people and killed quickly. Let's go. On the other side, Gao Yu led people into the sky. Li Hongxiu and Murong Qingcheng worked together and leaped in the sky like fairies. On the other side, the Northern Demon and the Crimson Dragon also led the people of Wushuang City and charged in. At this moment, everyone was on the move. Was this the Golden Law? Great, they finally came in. Chapter 3900. The Roland's Golden Palace was incomparably huge. Even though everyone had entered, it still seemed incomparably empty. In fact, everyone felt as if there was a world inside. Now that they could enter, they were so excited that they cried. Look around. Where are the treasures? These people searched frantically. They realized that the main hall was empty and extended in all directions. There were no treasures. Damn it. Where are the treasures? Why isn't there a single one? Didn't they say that there were treasures everywhere? In their imagination, the Roland's Golden Palace was a huge treasure trove. When they pushed open the door, they saw saint artifacts scattered all over the ground. All kinds of 10,000-year-old spiritual herbs could be seen everywhere. However, they realized that the situation wasn't like that at all. Some people screamed crazily. Could it be that Lin Wuti had obtained all the good things? It was possible that he had stayed inside for 3 months and couldn't snatch any treasures. Damn it, quickly find Lin Wuti and kill him. Yes, they had to make him hand over the treasures. He couldn't take them all for himself. These people's eyes were red. It was even more so for those holy cities. How could such a treasure trove be taken by one person alone? At this moment, they began to frantically search for Lin Xian all over the world. Not good, Brother Xian is in danger. Murong Qingcheng's expression changed. Li Hongxiu also said, "Are these people crazy?" The Crimson Dragon, the North Demon, and the others also said, "Quickly find that kid and tell him not to show his face." At this moment, not only the Golden Crow Prince, but everyone's target had become Lin Xian. No matter how strong Lin Xian was, it was impossible for him to fight against so many people. Lin Xian didn't take the initiative to attack. Instead, he went to the depths of the Roland's Golden Palace. He realized that the 5 sealed halls were now open. Moreover, they were emitting a mysterious aura. He realized that the aura emitted by each hall was different. It seemed to represent different laws. Inside, he found the Sky Hall, Earth Hall, Human Hall, Yin-Yang Hall, and Hall of All Life. Lin Xian sucked in a breath of cold air after carefully sensing it. This palace was truly extraordinary. Basically, it contained most of the nomological laws. Other than some extremely rare laws, all the other laws could be comprehended here. In other words, after entering, one could be tempered and improved. Sure enough, the opening of the 5 halls was inextricably linked to the Roland's Golden Palace. Suddenly, Lin Xian turned his head and looked ahead. Had they all entered? He could feel countless auras surging. It was time to settle the grudges. He snorted coldly and decided to take the initiative to attack. Once he dealt with the Golden Crow Prince and the others, he would enter the 5 halls to cultivate. Outside, those people were frantically searching for treasures while searching for Lin Xian's whereabouts. All of a sudden, they froze. The reason for that was because they had discovered a figure walking out from the depths of the Golden Palace. It was that kid, Lin Wuti. He finally dared to come out. At that instant, countless gazes were directed toward the direction of the voice. There were even some experts from the sacred city who rushed up and surrounded them. Lin Wuti, hand over the treasure. L.E. Otherwise, don't blame us for being merciless. These people's expressions were incomparably cold. Let's see who dares to make a move. The dark red dragon roared, and the dragon's roar shook the 9 heavens, causing everyone's blood to boil. He rushed over. The North Demon also snorted coldly. The phantom of the towering divine tree behind him emitted a terrifying aura. The people of Violet Water City and Wushuang City also came to Lin Xian's side. They drew their swords and sabers. We will advance and retreat together with senior brother Lin. Brother Xian. Murong Qingcheng came. Li Hongxiu also came. The two of them came to Lin Xian's side. At this moment, a group of experts stood around Lin Xian. It was a powerful force. It made the people who had spoken arrogantly before change their expressions. Lin Wudi was already so powerful. Now, there were so many people, especially Murong Qingqing and Li Hongxiu. They had seen their skills before. They were not weaker than the chief disciple. These people were facing a great enemy. Some of them even quietly retreated. Do you think you can survive just because someone is helping you? At this moment, Lei Jun walked over with tens of thousands of lightning bolts. Today, you will definitely die. The 9 Cheelants also stood out. The first prince and the Golden Crow Prince also walked out. The Golden Crow Prince's eyes shone with a piercing cold light. Kid, March is here. Come and fight to the death. I will let you know that you are an ant in front of me. Lin Xian looked around and then sneered. The Golden Palace was extremely mysterious. There were treasures, but most of them were sealed. Those who had the ability to break the seal themselves. How could it be possible to come in and pick up treasures? What kind of place do you think this is? Also, what I get is my business. Do you have the right to know? I'll give you a chance. Hurry up and get lost. Otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. At the end of his sentence, the black chains of law on his body rushed out with a monstrous aura of death. The people around him felt their scalps go numb. The people around him trembled in fear and quickly retreated. Although they had the advantage in numbers, they still did not dare to attack when they felt Lin Xian's cold aura. A bunch of trash. Seeing these people retreat, Lin Xian snorted and ignored them. Then, he looked at the Golden Crow Prince and the others. You're so arrogant now. 3 months ago, you were running away from me like a stray dog. Do you think 3 months can change anything? You're courting death. The Golden Crow Prince was furious. 3 months ago, leaving without a fight was a great humiliation to him. He did not allow others to mention it. Now, the other party was obviously provoking him. Kid, I wasn't in my best state last time. This time, I will personally send you to hell. And us. Kid, you will suffer a fate worse than death. Lei Jun and the other two also stood out. Lin Xian, on the other hand, laughed. You 3 losers are not qualified for me to take action. I'll leave you to deal with the toad. He kicked the toad out of the cave. The toad cried out, Damn it, kid. Are you trying to trick me again? Then, he turned his head and looked at Lei Jun, the first prince, and the others. How dare the 2 of you come back after being defeated by me? You were defeated by me before. Are you not satisfied? Come and fight me. I'll teach you how to behave. The surrounding people were all stunned. Oh my God, what is the meaning of this? A toad jumping up and down dared to look down on Lei Jun and the first prince? Did he have a death wish? However, Lei Jun and the first prince's faces were terrifyingly dark. Their bodies began to tremble. Damn it, it's that toad again. This was the nightmare of their entire lives. That was because they had not been defeated by Lin Xian. Instead, they had been defeated by that toad. Damn toad. I'll pull out your tendons and skin you alive. I'll make you suffer a fate worse than death. Lei Jun and the first prince's voices were piercingly cold and murderous. The surrounding people were all stunned. What was the meaning of this? Could it be that Lei Jun and the first prince were defeated by that toad? They were all dumbfounded when they thought of that possibility. Chapter 3901. This was truly shocking news. These 2 people were both chief disciples. Losing to Lin Wudi was understandable, but losing to a toad? That was too unbelievable. That's right, they lost to me. Why? Is it embarrassing to lose to me? It's the honor of your life to be able to fight with me. The toad clamored. Lei Jun and the crown prince were so angry that they were bleeding. The experts behind them were also in a frenzy. Impossible. Damn it. We don't believe it. Lin Xian's people were also dumbfounded. Oh my God, it can't be true, right? Murong Qingqing laughed. Li Hongxiu's eyes widened. This kid is good. The dark red dragon roared. Ha 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 ha. Bin Huang is dying of laughter. So these two trash were defeated by a toad. I'm dying of laughter. What toad? It's the wise and mighty Lord Toad. Although you're this kid's friends, if you dare to shout, I'll be angry. The toad jumped up and down. Xiaobai came over and slapped him, making him dizzy. Be quiet. Ya, ignore him. I have a lot of spirit fruits here. Xiaobai took out the spirit fruits and distributed them to everyone. Little guy, you're really reliable. The Crimson Dragon rushed up and laughed impatiently. He grabbed a spirit fruit and stuffed it into his mouth. At the same time, he said, Don't be polite. We're on the same side. Hurry up and eat. Right, kid? I remember that you still have some golden crow corpses. Take them out and we'll roast them. The surrounding people went crazy. Heavens, this is a life and death battle. You guys are making it seem like you're on vacation. Do you have any respect for the other experts? Especially this dragon, who wants to eat the golden crows. Isn't this provoking the golden crow crown prince? Sure enough, the golden crow crown prince couldn't take it anymore. He said, All of you, back off. I'll take his life. I've made an agreement with him 3 months ago. He took a step forward and the power in his body erupted. The surrounding people were all sent flying, coughing up blood. The nine-headed Qilin, the crown prince, Lei Zhan, and the others frowned. Then they laughed. All right, I'll let you do it then. Older brother Xian, be careful. His strength has become stronger than before, Murong Qingcheng reminded him in a low voice. Lin Xian smiled. Don't worry, Qingcheng, he isn't a match for me. After I kill him, I'll treat you to roasted golden crow. Lin Xian also strode forward in large strides. Everyone retreated, creating enough distance between them. Fortunately, the Roland's Golden Palace was extremely spacious, allowing them to observe the battle from a distance. Brat, go to hell. The Golden Crow's 7th prince did not waste any more words and directly attacked, because he really wanted to kill him. In an instant, his divine flame exploded. The entire sky was dyed red. A vast sea of fire swept out and rushed forward. On the other side, Lin Xian snorted coldly as a golden light bloomed from his body. In the blink of an eye, he had transformed from a quiet and handsome man into a domineering demon god. Aside from the 9 young divine fire, there were also 2 types of laws revolving around his body. One was the law of 5 forms, and the other was pitch black, the law of death. Buzz. Lin Xian took a step forward. Like a Kuanpeng, his speed was extremely fast. He left an afterimage in the world, causing most people to not be able to see him clearly before he arrived in front of his opponent. The boundless flames were torn apart by him. A pitch-black hand slapped towards the Golden Crow's 7th prince. He was too strong and too confident. Did he want to kill the Golden Crow's 7th prince with one hand? Everyone was shocked. Lei Zhan, the first prince, and the others also had cold expressions. Lin Wudi was too strong and too arrogant. The elegance he displayed made them very uncomfortable. The Golden Crow's 7th prince was even more furious. No one dared to treat him like this, especially now that his strength had increased greatly. A fiery red light bloomed in his eyes. He swept out his right hand and rushed towards the sky. It smashed open like the sun. A terrifying heat wave swept towards Lin Xian. In an instant, the Golden Crow flames collided with the pitch-black palm. The two had an apocalyptic confrontation. Terrifying laws danced in the air, and the world was filled with cracks. After that attack, the Golden Crow's 7th prince came out forcefully. The Golden Crow fist swept in all directions. He was really too strong. His entire body was filled with divine power. Kid, what do you have to fight with me? Behind him, there was a Golden Crow phantom that swept across the sky. You actually blocked it. It seems that your strength has increased in the past 3 months. No wonder you dare to be arrogant in front of me. However, you are too naive. You are still no match for me. Lin Xian also came out forcefully. All kinds of killing methods were endless. Boom, boom. The two kept colliding, and all kinds of divine powers emerged. The surrounding people were terrified. It was too terrifying. Both of them were peerless powerhouses. Just the aftermath of this energy was enough to make them unable to withstand it. Lei Zhan, the first prince, and the others also had solemn expressions. Could it be that Lin Wudi's strength had increased too? One had to know that the current Golden Crow 7th prince was no longer the same as 3 months ago. His strength had increased greatly. To kill Lin Wudi, it should be a piece of cake. Why was it so difficult to separate them now? This made them shocked. It seemed that the other party's talent was really not inferior to theirs. A huge change could happen in 3 months. Such a peerless enemy must be eliminated as soon as possible. Otherwise, the other party would completely grow in the future. When he entered the Saint Venerable or Saint King realm, he would be a peerless enemy. Boom! At this moment, there was a violent vibration in front of them, attracting everyone's attention. In the next moment, they all screamed. Lei Zhan, nine-headed Qilin, and the others' pupils shrank. The Golden Crow tribe's expert screamed. This was impossible. It turned out that Lin Xian had attacked forcefully. His right hand was like a dragon, and it was like a black demonic dragon. It hit the other party's fist. It caused the Golden Crow 7th prince's fist to shatter. Blood splattered everywhere, and even the bones were exposed. In a contest of physique, the Golden Crow 7th prince was injured. It was too unbelievable. That was a Golden Crow with a body like a real dragon and Qilin. Its physique was unimaginably strong. But even so, it could not win against Lin Wudi. Damn it! What kind of physique did Lin Wudi have? How could it be so strong? It must be the strongest physique. It should be a divine physique of heaven and earth. It was too heaven-defying. Such a physique was very difficult to cultivate. It was unbelievable that Lin Wudi could cultivate to such a level. The experts of the sacred city exclaimed. Lin Xian's lips curled into a cold smile. You're not that good. This is your strength? You can't be arrogant in front of me. I'll teach you how to roast today. The Golden Crow Prince felt humiliated. He roared at the sky, his golden hair flying. An even more terrifying aura. It spread out. Chapter 3902. Die. He opened his palms and 2 golden crows flew out. They were covered in blood-red runes. Lin Xian felt his hair stand on end. His opponent had activated his bloodline power. He snorted and moved. At the same time, he waved his hands and used stellar transposition. The 2 golden crows were controlled by a mysterious power and collided with each other. There was a loud boom. The sound of heaven and earth shattering could be heard. The violent aura blew everything away. Lin Xian retreated. The Golden Crow 7th prince was also forced back. He spat out a mouthful of blood. Damn it, his opponent had broken through his peerless attack. It's useless. I said that you're no match for me. However, the stronger you are, the happier I am. That's because your flesh contains more energy. I'll eat you later, and my strength will increase greatly. Lin Xian's eyes lit up. He was drooling. This scene infuriated the Golden Crow 7th prince. The other party had actually said that he wanted to eat him. He couldn't stand it. Now, I'll show you my true peerless technique. The Golden Crow 7th prince recovered from his injuries and strode forward. A terrifying aura was emitted from his body as his hands were continuously forming hand seals. The ancient Golden Crow's fourfold attack. A terrifying sound rang out. It made people's scalps tingle. At this moment, everyone's expression changed. Lei Zhan, nine-headed Qilin, and the others narrowed their eyes. How was that possible? Wasn't that the lost peerless technique of the Golden Crows? How did the Golden Crow 7th prince know it? Did he get it on the celestial fate planet? Damn it, this guy hit it too well. The Golden Crows were stunned. Then, they were overjoyed. It was a lost theurgy. Great, His Highness will win this time. Everyone felt their hair stand on end. Even Lin Xian's expression changed. That attack was a real threat to him. He used the Pong movement technique and quickly retreated. However, the 4 strikes of the immemorial Golden Crow were truly too powerful. It was unparalleled and chased after him. No matter how he dodged, he couldn't dodge. The distance between them was getting closer and closer. Wong. At this critical moment, Lin Xian condensed the death demonic blade and slashed out. Boom. Boom. When the two of them collided, it was as if the heavens and earth were falling apart. The void trembled, and the world shook. Countless people frantically retreated. Some people were affected and coughed up large mouthfuls of blood. The terrifyingly powerful death demonic blade had met its match at this moment. This saber only blocked the primordial golden crow's 4 attacks. However, it did not shatter, which moved Lin Xian. Everyone was even more surprised. No way. Was the golden crow's 7th prince already this powerful? One had to know that the death demonic blade had chopped off the heads of 9 Qilins before. It was so powerful, but now it was blocked. Brat, you can't take it anymore. You'll definitely die next. The golden crow's 7th prince released a terrifying aura that caused the heavens and earth to tremble. Humph! Lin Xian coldly snorted. You're too confident. His body also exploded with incomparable light, as bright as the sun. The terrifying law of death was even more breathtaking. The death demonic blade continued to attack. It carried with it the power to destroy all life, crazily slashing down. It's useless. Primordial golden crow's 4 attacks kill. He continuously waved his palms, forming 4 golden crows. They were incomparable, carrying with them an indomitable aura. They surrounded Lin Xian 4 times. In an instant, the space where Lin Xian was completely shattered. The heat wave suppressed the light on his body. Oh no, Lin Wudi is in danger. Yes, it seemed that the Golden Crow's 7th prince wanted to refine Lin Wudi alive. Seeing this scene, everyone was terrified. Murong Qingqing, Ruzalong, and the others were also extremely nervous. On the other side, the strong cultivators of the Golden Crow tribe burst into laughter. Lin Wudi was nothing compared to their crown prince. Lei Zhan, the 9 Qilins, and the others also looked solemn. Was this the primordial Golden Crow's 4 attacks? It was really too powerful. They felt their hair stand on end. Even if they attacked, it would be difficult to stop it, let alone Lin Wudi. The Golden Crow crown prince was really heaven-defying. Everyone thought that Lin Xian was going to lose. However, Lin Xian snorted coldly. Although the primordial golden crow was powerful, it was impossible for it to kill him. He placed the death demonic blade in front of him, emitting a terrifying aura. At the same time, he waved his hands, and the power of the great dragon sword soul was activated. The 5 elemental laws filled the air. Light flashed between heaven and earth, and a terrifying aura spread out, vast and mighty. What was that? Everyone's expression changed when they felt the terrifying aura. It was too terrifying. This kid actually had such a remarkable ability. Lei Zhan and the others gasped again. They did not know that it was an evolved weapon, the dragon pattern cauldron. Its strength was beyond imagination. During this period, not only had Lin Xian's strength increased, but so had the great dragon sword soul. Therefore, Lin Xian's attack power had increased, and so had his ability to evolve all things. The dragon pattern cauldron was much more powerful now that it had been created by him. Boom! He activated the dragon pattern cauldron and struck it in all directions, keeping the 4 primordial golden crows around him. The 4 primordial golden crows were like suns as they were kept in the dragon pattern cauldron. Everyone's expression changed. Had he cracked it? The golden crow 7th prince's expression changed. How could this be? This was his ultimate skill. How could his opponent have cracked it? In his opinion, Lei Zhan, the 9 Qilins, and the others would not be able to crack it. Damn it! Get lost. The Golden Crow 7th prince kept forming hand seals, and the 4 primordial golden crows trembled violently, wanting to rush out. Buzz! 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 Golden crows surrounded the sky, and the dazzling light illuminated the 9 heavens. It was as if a deity was about to descend. All sorts of phenomenons appeared one after another. This Golden Crow prince was truly too terrifying. Basically, no one could withstand such a terrifying attack in heaven and earth anomaly. At this moment, everyone was on guard. Even the few figures in the dark frowned. They were the subordinates of the genius on the pilgrimage roll, but when they saw this scene, they were extremely shocked. This person was very strong. They would give him time in the future. There was a high chance that he would make it to the pilgrimage roll. This Lin Wuti had lost. Yes, he was very strong, but he was no match for the Golden Crow 7th Prince. After this battle, he might die and be killed. There was no need to pay attention to him in the future. These few experts who had come to the depths of the forest made a decision. On the other side, the man in black armor also had a cold smile on his face. Was he going to be killed just like that? He had wanted to make a move, but now it seemed that there was no need to. Well, when the time comes, I'll just meet the Golden Crow 7th Prince. The people from Wushuang City were also nervous. Could senior brother Lin succeed? No one knew. That Golden Crow was too strong. The Crimson Dragon also gritted his teeth. Damn it! How did this guy get such a lost technique? The toad also spat out saliva. Aren't you guys going to run? I'm going to retreat. Chapter 3903. Even an ancient existence like the toad wanted to escape. Was Lin Wuti really going to lose? Lin Xian also felt great pressure. To be honest, this ability was truly terrifying. As expected of an ancient powerhouse of the Golden Crows, it was too powerful. Even though it was a broken ability, it was still terrifying. However, he hadn't lost yet. His eyes shone with a cold light. The dragon's sword spirit roared again. At the same time, he activated his secret technique. With a whoosh, the dragon pattern cauldron shone brightly. Then, it spun rapidly. The two dragons on it seemed to come to life. With a bang, the Golden Crow 7th Prince fell to the ground and vomited blood. A crack appeared on his body. What's going on? Damn it, what's going on? The surrounding people were stunned. In their opinion, the battle was over. Lin Wuti was likely to be killed. However, in the blink of an eye, the situation had changed completely. The Golden Crow 7th Prince had vomited blood and his body had been shattered. What's going on? Lei Zhan, the Nine Chilants, and the others were also shocked. Even the powerhouses from the depths of planet Tianming were dumbfounded. This was impossible. It was completely different from what they predicted. Boom. The dragon pattern cauldron shook violently. The Golden Crow 7th Prince retreated and vomited blood again. A second crack appeared on his body. No way. The Golden Crow 7th Prince was really injured. Heavens, the Golden Crow 7th Prince was the one who lost in the end. The surrounding people went crazy. The powerhouses of the Golden Crow race roared crazily. Your Highness. They couldn't believe it. Their Highness had gained such a great advantage that he could have killed his opponent. But in the blink of an eye, he'd lost. It was unimaginable. Damn it, I don't believe it. The Golden Crow 7th Prince roared at the sky. Flames surged from his body and an illusion appeared to heal his wounds. He hadn't lost yet. He wanted to fight back. However, in the next moment, the dragon pattern cauldron shook again. He vomited blood again. The flames and the Golden Crow illusion that he just condensed were shattered. A third crack appeared on his body. Then, the dragon pattern cauldron shook 4 more times. A fourth crack appeared on the Golden Crow Prince's body. Then, his body fell apart. Boom. His body was ruptured and blood splattered everywhere. This scene shocked everyone. Everyone was stunned. He had lost. They knew that the Golden Crow Prince had been completely defeated. No. The experts of the Golden Crow tribe roared crazily. They were unable to accept this fact. Lei Zhan, Nine-Headed Qilin, and the others' faces turned ugly. The people from the grand, desolate mansion and the people in the depths of the heavenly fate star also had solemn expressions on their faces. Could it be that this person was their greatest enemy? The people from Peerless City heaved a sigh of relief. Great. Senior brother had one. The Crimson Dragon and Murong Qingqing laughed. Initially, the toad had wanted to escape, but when it caught sight of this, it stopped as well. Damn, it can't be, right? I actually misjudged him. This brat is actually so powerful. With the dragon pattern cauldron above his head, Lin Xian drew the death demonic saber and charged forward. Damn it, how dare you? The cultivators of the Golden Crow clan roared in anger. Their crown prince had already been defeated. Yet the other party still wanted to fight? In an instant, 2 sages rushed over. Lin Wuti, do you have a death wish? Lin Xian snorted coldly. Wherever the death demonic saber passed, the vitality of the two sages was constantly drained away. White hair grew out from their heads of golden hair. The two sages were scared out of their wits and quickly retreated. However, Lin Xian kicked them until they exploded. Do you want to leave after losing? If I were to lose, would you guys stop attacking me? You will definitely kill me mercilessly. Since that's the case, why can't I attack when you lose? Lin Xian's voice was cold. He had no intention of letting the Golden Crow 7th Prince go today. The Golden Crow 7th Prince roared in anger. His shattered body reformed. He was really mad. Even after using the immemorial Golden Crow's quadruple attack, he was still no match for the other party. However, although he had lost, it was impossible for the other party to kill him. Kid, you were too arrogant. He rushed forward. The two of them fought fiercely. Soon, half of his body exploded and countless golden feathers fell to the ground. Lin Xian was extremely powerful. The death demonic saber slashed at the Golden Crow 7th Prince. Damn it! The Golden Crow 7th Prince was really frightened. He realized that he was no match for the other party at all. Even after 3 months, he was still no match for the other party. He quickly retreated. At the same time, the powerhouses of the Golden Crow tribe also flew over, wanting to attack. One of them directly summoned 8 large flags that surrounded each other. The flags were completely enveloped by the law of fire. It was extremely monstrous and formed a peerless array formation that instantly enveloped Lin Xian. Kid, go to hell. The man laughed sinisterly. The other person took out a flying sword. It was a golden flying sword the size of a palm, but it was incomparably powerful. Its aura was extremely terrifying. There were even more terrifying attacks that came over. It seemed that they wanted to completely kill Lin Xian. No way. The people of the Golden Crow tribe were actually going to attack. Could it be that they wanted to break the rules? One had to know that it was very normal for young geniuses to fight. However, if so many powerhouses were to gang up on one person, especially a chief disciple, it would be a big deal. Even if Lin Xian was killed, would Peerless City let it go? Damn it, how dare you? The people of Peerless City also roared crazily. Murong Qingsheng and the Crimson Dragon's faces changed. Were these people despicable and shameless? Did they think that they would be afraid of them if they had more people? The Crimson Dragon flew out and roared towards the sky. All kinds of dragon shadows rushed out. Murong Qingsheng also snorted coldly. The 7-colored light on his body shone and tore a powerhouse of the Golden Crow tribe into pieces instantly. Li Hongxiu also made her move. The people of the North Monsters and Peerless City also made their move. The Toad was also angry. Damn it! How dare they bully him with numbers? Did they really think that he was a pushover? These people charged over and fought with the powerhouses of the Golden Crow tribe. Boom! Boom! On the other side, Lin Xian rushed out from the endless energy. Naturally, he had entered the Great Sage Pagoda and used it to block such a terrifying attack. Then, he rushed out with the death demonic blade in his hand and attacked again. Did you think that you could survive today? The blade slashed down. The Golden Crow 7th Prince kept dodging. However, his life was quickly snatched away. He fought back crazily, but how could he be Lin Xian's opponent? Lin Xian waved his hand and golden flames filled the sky. The flames condensed and formed 4 golden crows that rushed over. Firmament? Could this be the immemorial Golden Crow's 4 strikes? This person was stunned. Did Lin Xian know such a technique? Everyone's eyes almost popped out of their sockets. Even the Golden Crow 7th Prince was stunned. Chapter 3904. The others didn't even know that he had just obtained the ultimate technique. How did his opponent know it? How was that possible? In an instant, he was stunned. Boom! He was smashed to pieces by the primordial Golden Crow. Die! The death demonic blade released a terrifying aura and slashed down again. Not good. Within the shattered body, a soul was howling madly. His glabella suddenly split open, and a violent aura surged out. He grabbed the death demonic blade. Then, the death demonic blade shattered into pieces. Lin Xian's pupils constricted. He quickly dodged, but he was affected by the force and instantly retreated. The people who were fighting in the surroundings also stopped. Morong Qingsheng, the Crimson Dragon, and the others also looked into the distance with solemn expressions. The others were also on guard. What was going on? Could it be that the Golden Crow 7th Prince still had a trump card? Greetings, Father. The Golden Crow 7th Prince's soul knelt on the ground. The other Golden Crow race elites also knelt. Could it be a Saint King of the Golden Crow race? Everyone was terrified. Was the Saint King about to enter planet Tianming? They trembled in fear. Some people said that it wasn't the real Saint King, but a soul mark that the Saint King had left in the Golden Crow Prince's body. It was a life-saving rune. Father, help me kill him. The Golden Crow 7th Prince gritted his teeth. His eyes were filled with viciousness. The surrounding Golden Crow race elites also quickly said, Please, Saint King, help me kill this thief. In the sky, a golden figure turned into a middle-aged man with a pair of golden wings on his back. He looked like a god. His golden eyes turned and stared at Lin Xian. In an instant, everyone's hair stood on end. Heavens, is the soul mark going to make a move? Lin Xian was also on guard. The Golden Crow Saint King soul mark said coldly, Young man, you're quite strong, but you dare to challenge the Golden Crow race? Die. As soon as he finished speaking, a terrifying aura exploded. Lin Xian felt his hair stand on end as the sky collapsed and the earth cracked. He immediately used the dragon pattern cauldron to block in front of him. The two roaming dragons flickered incessantly, but in an instant, they collapsed. It was too strong. Even if it was just a soul imprint, it was still left behind by a Saint King. It was impossible to resist. He was sent flying and vomited blood. The Crimson Dragon and Morong Qingsheng were also affected. Lin Wudi was finished. That's right. Who would have thought that he would die in the hands of a sage king? It was a worthy death. Everyone shook their heads and sighed. They knew that Lin Wudi was doomed this time. Was he dead? In the Great Desolation Mansion, Lei Zhan, the 9 Qilins, the first prince, and the others wore stern expressions. They rejoiced in other people's misfortune. Such a great enemy had finally died. However, they were still extremely careful. Would the 7th Prince of the Golden Crow attack them again to prevent future trouble? Therefore, these people were always on guard, ready to escape at any time. How dare you? The people of Peerless City rushed out. Our eldest senior brother is the chief disciple. You are a high and mighty sage king. Could it be that you want to make a move on us, the younger generation? You broke the rules. Aren't you afraid of Peerless City's revenge? Buzz. As soon as he finished speaking, the Sage King's gaze swept over. Shui Tianqin and the others were sent flying and vomited blood. Many cracks appeared on their bodies. Their flesh was badly mangled and many parts of their bodies were charred black. He was too powerful. They couldn't withstand a single glance from him. It was just a soul mark. It was hard to imagine how powerful a real Sage King was. The Sage King could probably turn them into ashes with a wave of his hand. A bunch of ants. How dare you threaten me? The middle-aged man in the sky said coldly. So what if you are from Peerless City? If the Peerless King is unhappy, ask him to come and find me. Everyone's scalp went numb. It seemed that the Golden Crow Sage King was determined to kill Lin Xian. That was true. If such a powerful enemy was allowed to grow, it would be an endless calamity. The best thing to do now was to kill him in the cradle. The surrounding Sage Kings were also excited. They also wanted to kill Lin Wudi. However, with the Golden Crow Sage King's help, Peerless City wouldn't be able to take revenge on them in the future. Damn it. Damn it. Shui Tianqin and the others gritted their teeth. The Crimson Dragon and the Northern Demon were also looking solemn. At this time, Morong Qingsheng stood out. If Peerless City wasn't afraid, what about Kunlun Pavilion? If you dare to touch him, I, Brother Kunlun, will not let you go. When those words were spoken, everyone was stupefied. Even the people from the Golden Crow clan were stupefied. Heavens, this beautiful woman is actually from the Kunlun Pavilion. That was also a sage city, and it was extremely mysterious. The successor of Kunlun Pavilion was on Lin Wudi's side. The 9-headed Qilin, Lei Zhan, and the others looked solemn. Kunlun Pavilion? Humph, you dare to threaten me? In the sky, The Golden Crow Sage King snorted coldly. The surrounding void kept shattering. Murong Qingqing also felt a violent vibration. She raised her rainbow light to block it. However, she still took a few steps back and her face turned pale. She couldn't help it. The other party was too strong. So what if I threatened you? Try it if you don't believe me. Li Hongxiu also stood out. Damn, another ruthless person. Li Hongxiu was also the daughter of a sage king. Her status was not inferior to that of the seventh prince of the Golden Crow tribe. Everyone looked at the Golden Crow Sage King. They wanted to see what the Sage King would do. That was because it wasn't just Peerless City. There were also Kunlun Pavilion and Heavenly Fragrance Pavilion, 2 sage cities. In total, there were 3 sage cities. No matter how strong the Golden Crow tribe was, could they fight against the 3 sage cities? Could the 2 of you represent Heavenly Fragrance Pavilion and Kunlun Pavilion? If the 2 Sage Kings came out, they might be able to save this kid. But now, it was impossible. The Golden Crow Sage King shot out 2 rays of light that shrouded Murong Qingqing and Li Hongxiu. Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I only want to kill this kid. His eyes were filled with murderous intent. They turned into 2 golden swords and shot towards Lin Xian. Lin Xian kept dodging, but he was still coughing up blood. Damn it, this is too despicable. He didn't expect the Golden Crow tribe to be so despicable that even the Sage King wanted to take action. It's over. Lin Wudi is dead. At this moment, everyone knew that the 3 sage cities together couldn't scare the Sage King away. This meant that the Golden Crow tribe was determined to kill this enemy. The people of Peerless City were also in despair. The Crimson Dragon secretly contacted Lin Xian, wanting to use the Great Sage Tower to fight back. If it didn't work, they could escape. However, at this moment, a cold voice came from the depths of the Golden Palace. Are you trying to bully the weak? I'll let you have a taste of your own medicine today. Chapter 3905. As he spoke, a pitch-black hand reached over and covered the sky. In an instant, it arrived above the Golden Crow Saint King's hand. Who's that? Everyone was stunned when they saw that. That was the Saint King's soul mark. How dare someone attack it? The people of the Golden Crow tribe were also furious. However, their expressions changed when they sensed the aura. Heavens, this person is too powerful. Who is he? The Golden Crow Saint King's phantom roared and slammed his palm into the sky. The golden flames were incomparable, and countless golden crows flew between heaven and earth. The 2 of them clashed, and the sky collapsed. Oh no, this is a super powerhouse. Everyone was stunned. Could it be that there's a Saint King in the Roland's Golden Palace? After that attack, everyone was sent flying. They widened their eyes and looked forward. In the next moment, they were dumbfounded. The Golden Crow Saint King's soul mark was extremely weak and dim. Meanwhile, the black hand retracted. At the same time, a cold voice came from the depths of the Roland's Golden Palace. How is it? Does it feel good to be bullied? Who are you? The soul mark roared crazily. You're just a small golden crow. You don't have the right to know. Damn. No way. Who is this person? He doesn't take the Golden Crow Saint King seriously at all. Could it be that he has surpassed the Saint King? Thinking of this, everyone felt as if they were facing a great enemy. The Roland's Golden Palace was too mysterious. The people of the Golden Crow tribe went crazy and were trembling. Countless people from the other cities were also stunned. Even Li Hongxiu and the others from Murong Qingqing were stunned. Lin Xian, on the other hand, was overjoyed. The Crimson Dragon and the North Demon were also shocked. This aura, could it be? They looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian nodded and said telepathically, "That's right, it's Black Mountain. Black Mountain is here too. I've forgotten about that old guy. I didn't expect him to have recovered to this extent. That's great." The Crimson Dragon jumped up. The North Demon also smiled. With Master here, we're safe. The Toad was also surprised. Could it be that mysterious person? A hint of suspicion appeared on his face. There's a good show to watch. I want to watch a good show. Sure enough, the Crimson Dragon jumped out, pointed to the front, and laughed coldly. What? Weren't you guys very arrogant? Come on, Continue attacking. Didn't you rely on your status as a Sage King to bully us? Now, have you tasted the feeling of being crushed by others? Ha 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 ha. The dark red dragon laughed maniacally. The others were trembling in fear. They didn't dare to say anything. The toad jumped out as well. Brother, you're to my liking. I'll befriend you. As he spoke, he looked ahead and gulped. Damn, I despise people who use their power to bully others. A golden crow, what's so great about it? My bloodline is much nobler than yours. Even I didn't use my power to bully you. How dare you be so shameless? Now he was in trouble. When the golden crow race's people heard this, they were so angry that their lungs were about to explode. Ants. The Saint King was enraged. With his status, the two demonic beasts were jumping around in front of him. He slapped them with his palm. A terrifying aura enveloped the two of them. Damn. Old thing, you really dare to attack. The Crimson Dragon was shocked. The toad also wanted to escape, but it was caught by the Crimson Dragon. Brother, don't be afraid. We have a backup plan. Sure enough, the black palm in the sky slapped down again and directly destroyed the Golden Crow Sage King's attack. At the same time, the black palm enveloped the Golden Crow Sage King. No, damn it, you can't do this. Who are you? Do you want to be our enemy? The powerhouses of the Golden Crow race roared. The Golden Crow Sage King's soul imprint shouted coldly. You want to be my enemy? No matter who you are? You will die without a doubt. However, this threat was useless. The black palm grabbed the soul imprint and then completely destroyed it. Dead. How could it be? The soul imprint was destroyed. The powerhouses of the Golden Crow race knelt on the ground in disbelief. The Golden Crow 7th Prince's face was also filled with despair. His greatest trump card was her father, a true Sage King. Yet, his mark had been taken away by someone else. What kind of powerhouse is this? Damn it. Why did he help Linwoody? The surrounding people were even more shocked. Is this person really on Linwoody's side? Will he kill the Golden Crow 7th Prince and the others like the Sage King? Will he attack us after killing the Golden Crow? At this moment, everyone was shocked. However, the black palm in the sky disappeared after killing the Sage King's soul imprint. It seemed that it was disdainful to attack again. However, it did not matter. The remaining people were no match for Lin Xian and the others. Lin Xian stood up again. The terrifying laws in his body were activated and all his injuries were healed. He stared at the Golden Crow 7th Prince. Is this your biggest trump card? How pitiful. You can't beat him, so you asked the Sage King to help you. Do you think you can kill me like this? Today, I will send you to hell. The Golden Crow 7th Prince's soul quickly healed his body and fled into the distance. The powerhouses of the Golden Crow clan also rushed forward. Linwoody, do you want to die? We only damaged the soul imprint this time. The real Sage King is still alive. If you dare to touch our crown prince, the Sage King will definitely not let you off. Is that so? Lin Xian sneered. Even if I don't kill him, will he let me off? He wanted to kill me just now. Do you think I will go easy on him? Lin Xian snorted and attacked forcefully. Several powerhouses of the Golden Crow clan were sucked dry and couldn't stop him at all. He stepped in the air and charged towards the Golden Crow 7th Prince. Counterattack. However, this time, the Toad, the Crimson Dragon, and the others all attacked. They blocked these powerhouses. Lin Xian had no more worries and instantly caught up with the Golden Crow 7th Prince. The Golden Crow 7th Prince only knew that he couldn't escape and counterattacked frantically. However, the outcome would definitely be miserable. He was beaten up several times by Lin Xian. The life aura on his body was also constantly being ground out by the death blade. In the end, his soul was directly destroyed. Its huge body fell to the ground. Boom! The sky collapsed and the earth cracked. The entire Golden Palace shook violently. Everyone was stunned. He's dead. The Golden Crow 7th Prince has actually been killed. He's the son of the Sage King, the chief disciple. He's actually been killed at this moment. Everyone felt that they had gone crazy. It wasn't that no powerhouses had died before. For example, Many top geniuses from the Thousand Demon City and Thunder God City had died. However, these people added together were not as shocking as the death of the Golden Crow's seventh prince. They knew that there would be a huge storm that would sweep through the starry sky. The Golden Crow clan would definitely not let this matter rest. Chapter 3906. No. The experts of the Golden Crow tribe roared. They were crazy, completely crazy. Their prince had been killed. How were they going to explain it when they returned? They didn't dare to imagine the consequences. Damn it, let's go. They rushed towards the Golden Crow tribe's prince, wanting to take the corpse away. Maybe the Sage King could revive their prince. However, Lin Xian was one step ahead. He grabbed the huge corpse and kept it in the Great Sage Tower. How could we leave such a delicious meal for you? We want to eat roasted golden crow. We've been waiting for a long time. Hearing this, the people of the Golden Crow tribe screamed crazily. Damn it, give us back the prince's corpse. However, what answered them was the cold death demon blade. Another two experts were killed. They returned to their original bodies and were caught by Lin Xian. We don't have enough food to begin with. All of you can stay. He attacked crazily. The remaining experts of the Golden Crow tribe were scared out of their wits. Hurry, leave. They were crazy. This was simply a madman. They couldn't be reasoned with. The remaining people quickly fled. In the end, another two people were killed. Only a few people escaped. Blood splattered all over the ground. Golden feathers were scattered all over the ground. There was still a violent aura in the sky. No one dared to believe that the powerful Golden Crow clan had been slaughtered. Even the Golden Crow prince had been killed. Moreover, these people's corpses were going to be made into delicious food. They felt terrified just thinking about it. He was truly a great demon king. At this moment, some people wanted to retreat, especially those from the Thousand Demon City. They were all beasts. If they attracted the attention of the other party, they didn't dare to imagine the consequences. Lei Zhan, the Nine Cheelants, and the Crown Prince of the New Moon tribe had dark expressions. They originally thought that they could take revenge after breaking through in 3 months. But now, the situation was completely out of their expectations. Even someone as strong as the Golden Crow Prince was killed. Even if they had the Sage King's soul imprint, it was useless here. Who was still unconvinced? Come and fight. Lin Xian carried the Death Demon blade and looked around coldly. At this moment, everyone was scared out of their wits. No one dared to go against him. Lin Xian pointed at Lei Zhan. Do you dare to come? Lei Zhan remained silent. He looked at the nine-headed Cheelan and the first prince. The two of them snorted coldly as well. Clearly, they were stunned by the previous scene and did not make a move. A bunch of trash. I'm still waiting for you to provoke me. Since that's the case, then scram. At this point, he waved his hand and said to the Crimson Dragon, clean up the battlefield. We'll have a Golden Crow feast later. The surrounding people all left because no one dared to provoke Lin Wuti again. Even the people from the depths of planet Tianming didn't make a move. They said that they would wait and see what else the Golden Palace had. It wouldn't be too late to deal with this brat after obtaining the treasure. The great desolate mansions Yu also retreated. For a moment, only Lin Xian and the others were left. Lin Xian looked at Murong Qingqing and Li Hongxiu. Are you two okay? She was fine. Li Hongxiu shook her head. She had suffered a little shock, but it was nothing serious. Murong Qingqing, who was beside him, also said, if Brother Xian is fine, then I'm fine. Xian smiled. Don't worry, I'll treat you to a feast later. The flesh and blood of the Golden Crow race contained pure energy, especially the Golden Crow race's prince. This was especially true for the Golden Crow prince. No matter what kind of injuries he suffered, he would be able to recover immediately after taking a bite. Lin Xian took out the storage rings of these people and began to organize the spoils of war. The Golden Crow's corpse was thrown to the Crimson Dragon and the others for them to organize. Soon, the Crimson Dragon and the others set up a pot and started a fire to roast the Golden Crow. The Golden Crow Prince's corpse was too huge, like a mountain. They could make many kinds of delicacies. There was no need for Lin Xian to do anything. The saints of Peerless City were also red-eyed. Following their eldest senior brother was like having meat to eat. Lin Xian didn't need to provide the fire. The Crimson Dragon was incomparably enthusiastic, spewing out endless dragon flames to roast the corpse. Lin Xian cleaned up the spoils of war while sitting with Murong Qingcheng and Li Hongxiu, chatting and laughing. The Golden Crow test was indeed not easy. With the terrifying dragon flames of the Crimson Dragon, it took 3 days to gradually roast the corpse. The fragrance floated out and reverberated in the Golden Palace. The experts and saints who had already left began to search the Golden Palace. But at this moment, when they smelled the fragrance of the meat, they swallowed their saliva. What's this fragrance? Damn, is he really taking the Golden Crow test? Their eyes almost popped out of their heads. Previously, they thought that Lin Xian was just joking, but now it seemed that Lin Xian really did it. Was he not afraid of the Golden Crow Saint King's crazy pursuit? Some people didn't believe it and thought that Lin Wudi wouldn't dare to be so bold. But when they quietly returned and saw the Golden Crow being roasted, they were scared out of their wits. They quickly fled. This demon was not to be trifled with in their lifetime. The news instantly spread throughout the Golden Palace. The saints who were searching for the treasure were also covered in cold sweat when they heard about it. Especially those from the demon city. Their legs were trembling. This was simply a glutton, and a demon at that. Lin Xian and the rest didn't care about what the others thought. At this moment, they were all staring at the huge golden roasted meat, drooling. Lin Xian cleared his throat and said, "Let's eat." Actually, he didn't need to say anything. These people couldn't wait anymore. The Crimson Dragon laughed. "Haha, I won't hold back." He opened his mouth and bit. But there was one person who was faster than him, and that was the toad. Even though the toad was small, it jumped out at this moment and bit down on the golden meat. Immediately, it bit off a piece. The toad ate it and cried out excitedly, "Is this the Golden Crow's meat? This is the first time I've eaten it." The Crimson Dragon said in disdain, "You're just a toad. Aren't you a vegetarian? How dare you eat meat?" As he said that, he started to eat. Xiaobai also threw away the spiritual fruits and started to pounce on him. The people from Wushuang City were even more impatient. They looked at Lin Xian. Lin Xian waved his hand and said, "Hurry up and eat. Don't hold back." "Yes, senior brother." These people started to sharpen their knives. Murong Qingqing and Li Hongxiu. Although they were peerless beauties, their eyes were shining at this moment. Lin Xian cut some meat for them. After the two beauties ate, they kept nodding. A group of people was eating heartily. Needless to say, they were very happy, especially the people from Wushuang City. They thought that the world was ending. Now that they were treated like this, they felt like they were dreaming. The toad and an Hong were very greedy. They wanted to eat it all, but after a few mouthfuls, they couldn't take it anymore. Their bodies swelled, and there was a lot of light flowing from their bodies. They looked like they were about to become immortals. Chapter 3907. F***CK. This won't do. I can't take it anymore. As expected of the Golden Crow Saint King's bloodline, it was indeed powerful. The two of them hurriedly refined it. Lin Xian and the others also ate a few mouthfuls and began to refine it. The energy contained in it was definitely not to be underestimated. It was even more precious than heaven and earth treasures. Sure enough, after a meal, everyone's strength had increased compared to before. They could cultivate while eating. They were probably the only ones in the world. After all, no one dared to eat Golden Crow meat, let alone the Golden Crow Prince's meat. After eating half of the huge barbecue meat, everyone could no longer eat anymore. One by one, they burped there, their bodies overflowing with light. Lin Xian took out spiritual wine and shared it with everyone. As he spoke, he drank. Lin Xian said, "Next, it's time to get down to business. Although we killed the Golden Crow Prince and defeated the Golden Crow tribe, there are still many powerful holy cities. Moreover, I found 5 halls in the Roland's Golden Palace. These 5 halls each contain different laws. I think it should be a trial. Later, we'll go there and take a look." Everyone will choose a hall suitable for themselves and enter the trial. Everyone stayed for another 2 days. When they had digested more or less, Lin Xian put away the remaining Roland's Golden Barbecue. Then, the group set off towards the Roland's Golden Palace. The others had also discovered that there were indeed treasures in the Roland's Golden Palace. However, those were all sealed by countless array formations. It was impossible to break them in a short period of time. Moreover, no one knew what was sealed inside. If they spent all their effort and found nothing inside after opening it, the loss would be great. Therefore, these people did not rashly break the seal. Instead, they searched the entire Roland's Golden Palace. Other than the deepest part, which they could not enter, they searched the surroundings. They found some. There was still some spiritual liquid left on the stone platform that contained a powerful aura. However, everything was gone. Damn it! Lin Wudi must have taken it. These powerhouses gritted their teeth. In the end, they went crazy because they found that everything that had such a stone pillar and bowl had been snatched away. Lin Wudi had really taken it all for himself. No wonder his strength had increased so much. They gritted their teeth and continued searching. The discovery of the 5 palaces caused everyone to exclaim in surprise. The news quickly spread. Everyone had to know about it. All of a sudden, people from all the holy cities gathered in the 5 main halls. Even Lei Zhan, the 9 Qilins, and the others hurried over. This place was truly mysterious. The experts and saints who had arrived were astonished. They looked at the 5 palaces with excitement in their eyes. There was a stone tablet at the entrance of each of the 5 halls. There were ancient words engraved on it. Everyone read carefully and found that it was written separately. Sky Palace, Earth Palace, Human Palace, Yin-Yang Palace, and All-Life Palace. They represented different laws of heaven and earth. The Heaven Palace should be a law of nature, such as wind, thunder, rain, and other laws of nature. The Earth Hall should be a plant type and animal type nomological law. The Human Hall was one's own laws, such as physique, bloodline, and so on. The Yin-Yang Hall was even easier to understand. It should be a type of Yang law and a type of darkness type law, both of which could be found there. As for the All-Life Palace, everyone was puzzled until a swordful powerhouse walked forward. He was pleasantly surprised after sensing the changes. My swordful seems to be affected. I can refine it here. Could it be that I can refine some rare laws? For example, the swordful, the saber-will, and some other special laws. That's great. Other than a few laws that were not available here, the other laws could be found in the corresponding palaces to cultivate. Everyone was extremely excited. More and more people gathered here. On the other side, Lin Xian and the others also moved. When they arrived, it caused many people to exclaim. Lin Wudi had arrived. They looked as if they were facing a great enemy. Demon City, Lei Shanxing, and the people of the New Moon Clan were the same. After Lin Xian arrived, he glanced at these people. He did not make a move. Instead, he stared at the 5 main halls. Next to him, the Crimson Dragon, Northern Demon, Morong Qingqing, Li Hongxiu, and the others also looked over curiously. Previously, they had already explained the situation here. However, now that they were here, they still felt an unusual aura. Which hall are you going to? This represented a different law. I think the Earth Hall is more suitable for me. Northern Demon looked at one of the halls. His eyes shone with a cold light. Indeed, he had the body of 10,000 demons. Moreover, he had the sky-piercing divine tree. Going to the Earth Hall was the most suitable choice. Ben Huang wanted to go to the Human Hall. Crimson Dragon was also very excited. He was a dragon and had a strong bloodline. He wanted to go to the Human Hall to evolve. Li Hongxiu's eyes shone. I can go to several palaces. I don't know which one to go to first. Morong Qingqing also said that he could go to several palaces. However, he decided to go to the Human Hall first. She had the 7-colored Phoenix bloodline. It was a super bloodline that was not weaker than the dragon clans. Therefore, she also wanted to go to the Human Hall to strengthen herself. Then I'll go to the Yin-Yang Hall first. Lin Xian's eyes shone with a cold light. He had already planned this. He already had the Tai Chi art. Moreover, he had comprehended the law of death. Now, he wanted to comprehend the law of birth. This way, the power of the Tai Chi art would be even more terrifying. Shui Tianqin and the others were also excited. They began to look around and make a decision. In front of them, some people were already preparing to attack. A few figures instantly pierced through the void and rushed over. However, they were bounced back. Their blood was boiling and they felt dizzy. What's going on? Can't we go in? The people around them were stunned. If that was the case, they were happy for nothing. Next, they tried again and found that they were all bounced back. What's going on? These people were roaring crazily. Even Lin Xian and the others frowned. I don't believe it. Let me try. An elite could not help but walk out. His body shone with an unparalleled light as he quickly charged towards one of the halls. He was heading towards the Sky Hall. This time, he succeeded and disappeared. Did he succeed? The surrounding people were all stupefied. They were all incomparably shocked. There were no restrictions in the Sky Hall. Let's go. They turned into a torrent and rushed in. However, they were all bounced back. They roared at the sky. Why? Why could he go in? That person has the heavenly path golden lotus. Do you have it? At that moment, someone spoke. The others were also stunned. Could it be that there were special conditions? Let's go and try. Another person with the heavenly path golden lotus walked towards the Earth Hall. As expected, there were no obstructions. Heavens, could it be that the ticket to enter is the heavenly path golden lotus? We don't have it. The heavenly path golden lotus was formed by 3,000 Tao flowers. Most of them did not have it. Chapter 3908. Some of them screamed in agony. I have one, but I exchanged for something else. Indeed, some of them had the heavenly Tao golden lotus, or were close to it, but they had all exchanged for treasures in the bronze gate. Therefore, there were very few Tao flowers on them now. Who said there weren't any? Weren't there so many fat sheep here? Someone's eyes flashed coldly. He directly attacked and killed a few people. Instantly, the number of Tao flowers on him increased rapidly. Damn it, how dare you? The battle instantly became chaotic. Lin Xian and the others quickly retreated. Looking at the chaotic battlefield, he frowned. Quickly go and form the heavenly Tao golden lotus. With your strength, you should be able to get it quickly. Murong Qingqing, Li Hongxiu, and the others nodded. The northern demon and the crimson dragon's eyes flickered as they prepared to find opponents. However, the people from Water Sky City smiled bitterly because it would be much more difficult for them to get the heavenly Tao golden lotus. Moreover, it was very likely that he would be targeted by others. I have a few sets of array formations here that can protect you. There are also 2 sets of offensive array formations. Take them. Thank you, eldest senior brother. After receiving them, they were extremely excited. Eldest senior brother, hurry up and find your opportunities. Don't worry about us. Okay. Lin Xian looked at Murong Qingqing and the others. You should hurry up too. We'll meet up later. With that, Lin Xian rose into the air, turned into a stream of light, and rushed towards the Yin-Yang Hall. Lei Zhan snorted coldly and rushed towards the Sky Hall like the god of thunder. The 9 Cheelants went to the Earth Hall, and the Crown Prince of the Star Moon Race went to the Hall of All Life. In an instant, these experts all moved. Lin Xian entered the Yin-Yang Hall and found that it was a space of its own. The yin and yang qi between heaven and earth rotated from time to time, but it was divided into 3 areas. In the middle was the area where yin and yang mixed. On the left was the area of yang, and on the right was the area of yin and yang. After arriving, he roughly sensed it. He prepared to go to the yin and yang area to strengthen the law of death. Then, he would go to the yang area to comprehend. Not only him, but some other experts also entered. After all, everything could be divided into yin and yang. Those experts all wanted to obtain good fortune here. Some of them immediately retreated when they saw Lin Xian. After all, Lin Xian had killed the Golden Crow's 7th prince in a domineering manner. He was in the limelight, and these people did not dare to provoke him. Of course, there were also a few mysterious experts who thought that they were not afraid of Lin Xian, but they did not want to fight with him for no reason. Right now, cultivation was the most important thing. Of course, just because they didn't attack Lin Xian didn't mean that they wouldn't fight with each other. Not long after, there were people fighting over a place to cultivate, and a great battle broke out. Those were two young men. Their strength was extremely terrifying. When they attacked, they could destroy the heaven and earth. Fortunately, this place was incomparably miraculous, so it was not destroyed. However, that terrifying energy still caused the people in the distance to feel their scalps go numb. Lin Gongzi, we meet again. At this moment, a coquettish voice sounded. The people nearby were shocked. Who was it that dared to provoke Lin Wudi at this time? They all looked over. In the next moment, they exclaimed. They saw a mysterious woman in a black dress walking over. She was wearing a veil, but there was an indescribable charm to her. It's you. Lin Xian was first shocked. He looked at the woman in black in front of him and revealed a look of surprise. He had seen this person before. When he was on the demon planet, he had seen her when he stole the treasure. He didn't expect her to be here now. Lin Xian asked, I wonder what was in that box of yours back then? The woman in black smiled. This was a secret, so she couldn't say it. She blinked her eyes, which were filled with endless charm. Lin Xian shrugged. All right, let's change the question. Which holy city are you from? Lin Gongzi doesn't know? The woman in black revealed a look of surprise. Then, she said pitifully. It seemed that Lin Gongzi didn't take her seriously. Lin Xian was speechless. Big sister, I just met you. Okay? I didn't even have the chance to find out. Just then, a cold snort came from the sky. Demoness, bewitching people with lies. Then, a ray of light came down. This ray of light was like a crescent moon, bringing with it endless cold aura. Even Lin Xian was shocked. His body swayed, and he dodged instantly. The woman in black laughed and turned into a black mist to dodge the attack. In the next moment, she appeared on the other side. She frowned and said, You're really haunting me. Lin Xian also turned around. Then, his expression was a little strange. He saw another familiar face. The surrounding people were even more shocked. Oh my God, isn't this the princess of the new moon race? Why is she here? And she even attacked the woman in black. The person who came was Gao Yu. At this moment, her exquisite face was filled with coldness. She stared at the woman in black. She said coldly, Give it back to me. Sister, that's not right. I got this thing, so it's naturally mine. How can I give it back to you? You got it with despicable means. Gao Yu shouted and attacked again. The two of them fought. Lin Xian, who was at the side, was surprised. What kind of thing could make Gao Yu fight with her life on the line? What surprised him was that Gao Yu should have gone to the Sky Hall. Why did she come to the Yin-Yang Hall? After thinking about it, Lin Xian ignored it. Instead, he started to comprehend the laws around him to cultivate his death laws. Just like that, 10 days passed, and the number of people in this area gradually increased. It seemed that the battle outside had reached its climax. Many people had formed the Heaven Path Golden Lotus, so they started to enter. He wondered how Morong Qingqing and the others were doing. He guessed that they should have entered by themselves. As more and more people entered, more and more battles broke out. On the 13th day, someone finally exclaimed. A mysterious white bone was discovered in front of them, causing a huge battle between experts. Even Lin Xian could feel the terrifying commotion. There's something good. Let's go take a look. Lin Xian stood up and stopped cultivating. He glanced at the woman in the black dress beside him and saw that she was still fighting with Gao Yu. The two of them were evenly matched. Lin Xian sighed. There was no need for them to be so stubborn. They no longer paid any attention to the two beauties. With a flash of their bodies, they quickly flew into the distance. Buzz. Suddenly, a huge palm slapped over. It covered the sky and covered the earth. The bodies of a few people in the space instantly exploded, letting out miserable screams. Lin Xian's pupils constricted. The palm also covered him. Who's the one who wants to die? It wasn't targeted at his palm. It was an unlimited attack. Anyone in the area would be attacked. This attack is too ruthless. Lin Xian snorted. He formed a seal with his palm and summoned the immemorial golden crow to meet the attack. With a boom, it pierced through the light palm. Endless laws danced and flickered. Lin Xian completely left the attack range of the palm. Then, he looked around. In the next moment, he was stunned and his eyelids twitched. Chapter 3909. This was because he realized that the one attacking him wasn't an expert, but a creature that already existed in the Yin-Yang Hall. It was a piece of grayish-brown stone, with a gloomy and cold aura coming from it. It was the one who took the photo just now. What is this? A beast? Lin Xian wasn't sure. However, the other party wasn't weak. It was at least at the mid-stage of the fifth heaven. The Yin-Yang Hall was too mysterious. Even the stone had cultivated into a spirit. It seemed that he had to be careful. Lin Xian dodged the other party and continued to fly forward. When he arrived, he realized that the battle had already ended. Those people had fought into the distance. There was a lot of blood flowing around him. There were also broken limbs and blood. Obviously, it was very intense. Suddenly, a cold and gloomy aura shot towards him from all directions. In an instant, it enveloped him. Lin Xian felt his blood turn cold. Someone dared to attack him. He snorted coldly and activated the law of death to block the chilling aura. Then, he looked in all directions. There was no one around, but there were 5 ghost heads in the sky, forming a mysterious formation that attacked him relentlessly. Do you want to die? Lin Xian snorted coldly. The law of death transformed into chains and charged in all directions, engaging in a fierce battle with the 5 ghost heads. He was surprised that the 5 ghost heads could block his attack. Who is it? This is unbelievable. One had to know that he was extremely powerful now. Only the chief disciple could fight against him. Other than that, the others were no match for him. He was surprised that a human could block his law of death. Is this the chief disciple of a sacred city? Who is it? Come out. I don't kill nameless people. Lin Xian snorted coldly. There was no sound in the sky. The attacks of the 5 ghost heads were even more terrifying. Lin Xian's body turned cold. He snorted and split a ghost head in half with the death demonic saber. If you don't come out, don't blame me for being rude. He swept the area. Not long after, he split another ghost head in half. At this moment, a chilling voice finally sounded in the sky. As expected of Lin Wuti, you're really strong. However, you're going to die today. A figure appeared out of thin air. It was a purple-robed man with a strange aura. Lin Xian frowned. It wasn't the chief disciple, but an old man. He was an expert of the older generation. What was even more shocking was that the other party's cultivation aura had reached the late stage of the 5th heavenly layer. His cultivation base was even higher than that of an ordinary chief disciple. Most of them were chief disciples, and their cultivation was at the middle stage of the 5th heavenly layer. However, they were able to fight above their cultivation level, and their strength far exceeded that of their peers. Of course, there were a few chief disciples whose cultivation was at the late-stage 5th heavenly layer, but Lin Xian had yet to see them. This old man was the first person he had seen who was at the late stage of the 5th heaven. Kid, go to hell. The old man took out a black demonic banner and waved it non-stop. Countless ghosts and evil creatures flew out in a frenzy. The ghost laws on them made one's hair stand on end. Lin Xian coldly snorted. People from the Demon Island Palace. He saw a demon's head drawn on the other party's wrist. He should be from the Demon Island Palace. All right, since you want to die, I'll fulfill your wish. Lin Xian waved the death demonic blade and cut through the sky. This blade was too terrifying. It was as if it could destroy everything. The black banner rolled, and the laws filled the air. Heaven and earth were completely split apart, and some ghosts were also torn apart. However, several powerful ghostly beings managed to block them. Useless kid, although you're strong, my cultivation base is much higher than yours. Some chief disciples are no match for me. Just you? Go to hell. The old man laughed sinisterly. Previously, he had hidden in the dark and used insidious methods to injure many experts of the holy city. Now that he met Lin Wuti, he felt that it was an opportunity. The other party was a fourth heavenly layer saint, and he could fight above his cultivation level. This meant that the other party must have a treasure on him. If he could kill the other party, then the treasure would be his. He waved the demonic banner crazily, and the ghosts around him kept flashing, blocking the other party's death aura. At the same time, he formed a seal with his palms. The ghost's laws formed 4 hellhounds, roaring between heaven and earth. The old man's laws were too powerful. The whole world shook violently. A great battle broke out, shocking everyone. The people in the distance looked over. It was the old man from the demon palace. Some of them gritted their teeth. Damn it, they were tricked by this old man and almost lost their lives. They were all experts of the holy city, and they almost died. The others felt their scalps go numb after hearing this. They didn't know who was fighting with this old man. No matter who it was, they all had miserable endings. Damn it, this place should have restricted the age. Yes, it was too hateful to let these old farts in. Indeed, although these old men weren't minor saints, their cultivation bases were higher than theirs. Moreover, they were experienced and rich. They had all kinds of magical treasures, which gave these young people a headache. However, no matter how much they had a headache, there was nothing they could do. The heavenly fate star only restricted the cultivation base. Even some minor saints could suppress their cultivation base. Although they were unhappy, there was nothing they could do. That aura, isn't that the death demonic blade? It's Linwoody. What? Is Linwoody fighting with this expert from the demon palace? Everyone was shocked. Do you think Linwoody can withstand it? Everyone knew that he was strong among the younger generation, but compared to these old monsters, he was still weak. Don't worry, even if Linwoody can't win, he can still escape. Everyone was discussing. Lin Xian's face was gloomy and cold. He admitted that this person was very strong because this person had lived for thousands of years. He had endless means. However, he couldn't do anything to him. He didn't only have the law of death. He took out the great destruction spear. His body bloomed with light. Sword chi flew out, turning into a demonic dragon that danced between heaven and earth. He directly slaughtered all of the ghostly beings. The great dragon's sword soul roared. Lin Xian seemed to have turned into a peerless sword god, killing all the ghosts. Damn it! The old man's pupils shrank. Originally, he suppressed Lin Xian, thinking that he could kill him this time. But he didn't expect that Lin Xian had such a terrifying sword chi. He felt that his demon banner was trembling, as if it couldn't withstand the power. He quickly fled. He escaped. That old monster from the demon palace actually escaped. The surrounding people were in an uproar. This Linwoody was too strong. Wanna run? Lin Xian snorted coldly. He controlled the sword light and looked at the old man. The old man in front was depressed. To be honest, although he escaped, he wasn't really defeated. It was difficult for the old man to kill him, but being chased by such a person made him complain. Chapter 39:10. The old man was being chased. He was so depressed that he vomited blood. After all, he had to be careful at all times. He couldn't even get some treasures anymore. Damn, brat, are you crazy? Don't you want to look for opportunities and treasures? If I kill you, I'll definitely have a lot of treasures on me. Lin Xian sneered behind him. His speed increased again. The old man was so scared that his scalp went numb. Damn it, he's really a lunatic. He regretted provoking the other party. In the end, he was chased for 2 days. He was so angry that he vomited blood. He had no choice but to say, "Oh my God, I'll give you whatever you want. Let's talk, okay? I want your life." Lin Xian snorted coldly. The old man was mad with anger. He said that 2 days ago, a piece of white bone appeared. It was abnormally terrifying. It was said that it might be the bone of a saint king or a supreme saint. Don't you want to cultivate? I've seen it up close before. Although that piece of white bone was only the size of a palm, it was engraved with strange runes. Those runes were formed by the interweaving of the great Tao. It's very likely that it's a kind of mystical ability. If you don't make a move, someone will snatch it away. There's no hurry. There must be many people fighting over that thing. It won't be a problem to kill you and then snatch more. Lin Xian didn't give up. Then I can only run while throwing treasures in an attempt to attract the other party's attention. Many treasures flew out. I'll give them all to you. Although these treasures were good, Lin Xian didn't take a fancy to them. Moreover, he could shoot out some sword chi and transform it into a dragon to pick up those treasures. In the end, the old man had no choice but to throw out an item. This item can stop you in your tracks. After the old man threw it out, he immediately used a mystic technique, tore through the void, and disappeared. Lin Xian wanted to chase after him, but he stopped. He realized that the aura on that item was not ordinary. It was a box. It was square in shape. It was not big, but it was engraved with Tao patterns and had a seal on it. The aura that came out of it made one's hair stand on end. This item is not bad. Lin Xian narrowed his eyes. It seemed that the old man was really willing to spend a lot of money. He grabbed it and then landed below, ready to watch. The seal of the great Tao on it was very profound, but Lin Xian was also an expert in this Tao, so he studied it for 2 days. He tore a corner of the crack. However, in the next moment, he felt a shock. The black light spread out in all directions, and Lin Xian formed a suit of armor to block it. Then, a cold light burst out from his eyes. He wondered what was inside the box. The box was very small, only half the size of a palm. It was hard for him to imagine what was inside. He took out the spear of great destruction and used it to pry open the lid of the box. It gave off a black light that swept out in all directions. Instantly, the entire world boomed out. Some of the people in the vicinity were so scared that their scalps went numb as they ran for 30,000 miles. Lin Xian had black Qilin tattoos all over his body, and the Qilin phantoms covered him. At the same time, he activated his divine body to block the aura. He looked ahead with a doubtful expression. There was something black inside. It looked like mud. He checked it 3 times and found that it was indeed black mud. However, it was too terrifying. Why did this mud feel like it could destroy all things? He guessed that if a little saint encountered it, he probably wouldn't be able to withstand it. Good stuff. Lin Xian closed the lid, then resealed it with a smile. If he encountered a strong enemy in the future, he would directly slap them in the face. It was guaranteed to be a peerless trump card. After Lin Xian put it away, he rushed into the distance. He chased after the white bone. When he arrived, he frowned. He found that there was a terrifying aura in front of him, spreading between heaven and earth. There were also countless cracks, and blood was seeping out from them. Obviously, there had been an extremely fierce battle. It seemed that more than a dozen strong cultivators had died. Suddenly, a weak voice rang out. Was someone still alive? Lin Xian turned his head and found a figure among the corpses. Only half of his soul was dim. However, he still survived. You're still alive. Lin Xian struck out the law of 5 elements. The law of wood among them shone brightly, allowing the other party's soul to recover a little. However, there was nothing he could do. This person was too seriously injured. It would be difficult to save him. Who got the white bone? Lin Xian asked in a deep voice. The person glanced at Lin Xian. Great Demon King, leave quickly. This is a trap. A trap? Lin Xian frowned. That person's soul was very weak. He said that he was right. I don't know who spread the fake news that the bone contains supreme divine powers. It caused countless people to fight for it. After a fierce battle, we found out that it was fake. Secretly, someone wanted us to kill each other. That person's soul was intermittent, and in the end, it was completely extinguished. Lin Xian stood up, sank the ground, and pulled the real corpse in. Then, his face became incomparably cold. There was actually such a thing. It seemed that someone had already begun to plot. Who was it? Lin Xian's face was gloomy. Fortunately, he was chasing after that old monster from the Fiend Palace and didn't make a move in time. Otherwise, he might have been tricked. It was better to stay here and cultivate. Lin Xian rushed into the depths of this area. Then, he sat down cross-legged and began to cultivate again. Beside him, a formation flickered, and a golden lotus revolved around him. The entrance ticket to this place was a heavenly Tao golden lotus. Lin Xian originally had two. After paying the entrance fee, there was only one left. This heavenly Tao golden lotus could increase his comprehension efficiency by a lot. After cultivating for about a month, Lin Xian opened his eyes. As expected of the Golden Palace, cultivating here was simply twice the result with half the effort. It could shorten the time by dozens of times. During this month of cultivation, his law of death had become even more condensed. However, he had also reached a bottleneck. It was very difficult to take another step forward unless he had a major breakthrough or a heaven-shaking opportunity. Lin Xian planned to go to other places to cultivate. In the Yin-Yang Palace, apart from the cold power, there was also the power of Yang. He planned to go to the opposite area to cultivate. The power of Yang, for example, was the power of Yang. The law of would also contained the power of Yang. His divine body was the 9-Yang divine body, which was the purest of Yang. Therefore, Lin Xian wasn't weak in this aspect at all. However, whether it was the power of wood or the power of fire, they were all compatible with the 5 elements. If they were to be compatible with the law of death, it would be a little chaotic. Therefore, Lin Xian decided to cultivate a new law that was compatible with the law of death. He turned into a stream of light and shuttled to another area. This place was full of light, and all kinds of yang power suppressed his law of death. It seemed that the saints who cultivated the cold power would be suppressed in this hell. Chapter 39:11. For example, Lin Xian's divine 9-Yang body had been suppressed before. Now that he was here, his divine 9-Yang body would no longer be suppressed. In fact, his strength would increase. There were many people in this area. As soon as Lin Xian arrived, he saw many people turning into streams of light and flying into the distance. Lin Xian stopped one of them. That person was very angry. "How dare you stop me?" When he saw that it was Lin Xian, he was so scared that his scalp went numb. "Demon King, I didn't provoke you, did I?" He was a little frightened. Lin Xian asked, "What are you going to do?" That person said, "It's said that the blood essence of the primordial golden crow has appeared. We're going to snatch it." With that, that person ran away. Lin Xian was shocked when he heard that. The blood essence of the primordial golden crow was too unbelievable. The golden crows were originally a powerful race. It was said that they lived on the sun. There was nothing more masculine than the power of their blood. The primordial golden crows must have been left behind by an extremely terrifying powerhouse after their death. Their blood contained the power of the most masculine and masculine. And that was exactly what Lin Xian needed. Lin Xian went over. What an unexpected surprise. It seemed that more than one golden crow powerhouse had come to planet Tianming. After all, the golden crow's 7th prince had obtained a lost primordial technique. Lin Xian rushed over and found that many people were fighting. They were fighting for a cave abode. Lin Xian's arrival shocked everyone. It was Lin Wudi. He actually came too. In this battlefield, everyone who was fighting stopped and turned their heads to look. All of them had cold expressions. Should they join forces to get rid of him first? Someone suggested. The others nodded in agreement. They looked at Lin Xian with piercing, killing intent in their eyes. There was nothing they could do about it. Lin Xian's strength was very strong, and it made them fearful. At this moment, they wanted to join forces to get rid of him. Lin Xian snorted coldly. "Just the two of you?" There was a hint of disdain in his eyes. "Kid, you're too arrogant. It's not your turn to behave atrociously here." A figure walked out of the cave. It was an old man with an incomparably surging aura. He was an expert of Thunder God City, a late-stage 5th firmament powerhouse. Buzz. The old man opened his 5 fingers. Vast lightning power charged towards Lin Xian. On the other side, a middle-aged man appeared. A crescent moon appeared behind him, blooming with incomparable light. He threw a punch as well, and the moonlight in the sky burned. These two were experts of the older generation. They were saints at the late stage of the 5th heavenly layer. Their strength was incomparable. Buzz. Lin Xian snorted as his 9-Yang divine body shone brightly. He did not use of death. He used the power of flames fire. Lin Xian attacked with overwhelming divine flames. His fists transformed into golden crows that flew across the sky and clashed with the two great experts. Lin Lin Woody Woody Tian 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 Tian. Lin's Tian of Wu Wu. Furthermore, it was 2 against 1. Wasn't this too unbelievable? These people were crazy. Indeed, these late-stage 5th firmament figures were even stronger than the chief disciple. Lin Wudi was able to fight against 2 of them. It was really shocking. The 2 experts of the older generation who attacked also had gloomy faces. They could feel that the other party's physique was too strong. It was as if he had endless power. How could it be like this? The other party was already so terrifying. They could not believe it. In fact, even Lin Xian was greatly surprised. To be honest, he had no problem fighting against one. It should be more difficult for him to fight against 2 of them. After all, it was the late-stage 5th firmament. Compared to the mid-stage 5th firmament, it was simply incomparable. But he did it. Lin Xian was surprised to find that his 9 Yang divine bodies' power had greatly increased in this place. This was the Yang region. The 9 Yang divine body was the top representative of the Yang power. So his body had a great increase in power here. His power could even be multiplied. This was great. Being here meant that his cultivation base had increased. Therefore, he would be able to resist it. Old thing, how is it? Aren't you 2 very powerful? Now you're just a so. Lin Xian smiled. He felt that he had no worries and could fight. Kid, what kind of physique do you have? The elder of Thunder God City stopped and asked with a cold face. On the other side, the middle-aged man of the New Moon clan also had a solemn expression. Golden light bloomed like a god. There were not many people with such a strong physique in the ancient path of the stars. I know that there should be the sacred physique, the tyrant physique, the ancient battle physique, and the 9 Yang divine body. Which one are you? When these words came out, everyone was stunned. These were the top physiques. They were existences that could sweep through the heavens. Lin Wudi actually had such a special physique. No wonder he could fight against the Golden Crow clan and the 9 Cheelants. It turned out that the other party had also cultivated a super physique. Take another guess if you have some knowledge. Lin Xian formed a seal with his palms, and the golden flames on his body burned fiercely. His whole person turned into a sun war god. At this moment, 9 light circles appeared on his body. It was as if 9 suns were shining together. This is the 9 Yang divine body. The elder of Thunder God City's pupil shrank. He couldn't believe it. This was a super physique. It was even stronger than the Thunder Spirit physique. The other party actually had such a strong physique. On the other side, the faces of the New Moon clan's experts also changed greatly. Sure enough, it's those super strong physiques. No wonder you can fight against us. If I'm not wrong, your strength should increase exponentially here. The surrounding people were also going crazy. It turned out that Lin Wudi had the 9 Yang divine body. It was too terrifying. It was hard to imagine. Since you know, why don't you get lost? Lin Xian snorted coldly. He was as strong as a war god. The 2 top saints' faces were gloomy. You're too arrogant. Even if you have the 9 Yang divine body, your cultivation is too weak. With the addition of strength here, you're not our opponent. These 2 were both at the late stage of the 5th heavenly layer. They usually laughed arrogantly. How could they be scared off by a young man at this moment? The New Moon clan's expert opened his mouth and spat out a crescent moon. It spun quickly. Everyone was horrified to find that it was not an illusory light shadow, but a real crescent moon. This person couldn't have really refined a moon, right? Some people were horrified, and some screamed. This was a sacred tool. Moreover, it was a high-grade sacred tool among the moons. That's right, it was indeed a high-grade sacred tool. Its power was endless. On the other side, the elder of Thunder God City also opened his mouth and spat out a thunderbolt, which turned into a pagoda. The 9-story thunder pagoda was the same. It was also a high-grade sacred tool. Everyone sucked in a breath of cold air. As expected of an expert of the older generation, His strength and trump cards were unimaginable. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.